Hey y'all, how you guys doing? Hello Becky, how's it going? I'm doing okay. Just hanging in there. How are you? Hello Lucinda Patton, how are you doing? No, I'm okay. Just hanging in there. Um, but yeah, just chilling. You know, another day. You just like put a chat. Mm, Yeah, yeah, just hanging in there. Another day. Hey, what's up, Lucinda? How was your day today? Chat slow. Oh, there you go. I'm over there. I'm over looking at the at my phone one. Um, yeah, it's been a quiet day today. Just trying to hang in there, and yeah, I was waiting for a couple more people to come in, and then I'll start my topic. Well, we have a little bit of them, but yeah, we're talking about folklore stories. So yeah, I was trying to get someone with pictures and stuff like that to make it look cool. So um, haven't found none yet. Oh yeah, oh you're good chilling. Yeah, same here. I was chilling too. Just got done doing laundry and stuff like that, and just hanging in here. You know, um, yeah, just another day. Oh yeah, so 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 how does your let's see? But you slept, ate pizza all day. Then I wish I could order Domino's all day. That would be nice. I was thinking about doing that. I thought, nah, save me some money. You know, have some chicken and rice instead. Something cheap, something I have in the fridge already. So yeah. Hey Kirk, how you doing? Welcome. How are you today? Supposedly we're just talking about pizza for a little bit. So yeah. Um, eh, so how's your day, Kirk? So yeah. Anyways, I got a good topic, guys. Like I was saying, um, just talking about different things. You know what I mean? There's a lot of folklore out there as well. In a little bit you'll come in. I want to show you one El Serban, some South America. I'm ready for my 18th night with y'all still tonight. I still drink coffee. Hold on a second. Yeah. Wow. I'm sorry. What's up, Sammy? How you doing? I'm really tired. I just got off work. I'm gonna take a nap. If you're still on, I'll come up. That's cool. I'll send you a link in a little bit. Just let me know when. Um, but yeah, but work is too rough though. I mean, kind of miss work. Kind of miss going to work every day. But that's a long shift, man. Damn, 16 hours. That's rough. That is major rough. So yeah. So yeah. So Sammy, how was work? But yeah, pizza. Yeah. Domino's pizza. Well, I order from Domino's pizza because it's cheaper. You know, that's what I like about it. So how about you? What's your favorite pizza place? I used to like Pizza Hut back then, but not anymore. I just don't like their pizza because they get too dry. So that's the reason why I don't like it. Oh yeah. How about you, Kirk? So how was your weekend so far? Mine was boring. Well, we don't have panels, but I think that's what made my weekend and spend time with my daughter and stuff like that. So yeah, so that was exciting. So yeah, if you guys want, I'll start on my topic. Okay, here we go. I already sent out links if you guys want to come up. Let's go. And then I'll have my airplug on just in case I hear the bing and stuff like that. So, hold on a second. Okay. Let me bring up chat so I can see you guys. Hold on a second. Okay. Hey, what's up, Jeff? How you doing, bro? Okay. Well, y'all guys heard the sort of like the myth of Bloody Mary, right? Let me see. I should just click on it, but okay. The legends of Bloody Mary abound in the U.S. in folklore. Bloody Mary allegedly appears to people or small groups who say her name 3 times before a darkness mirror, hoping to see the spirit and her tell their future. But who was Bloody Mary really? Was she a witch, a queen, a vain woman, or a murderess, a victim, or a vicious ghost, or something else entirely? Read our Bloody Mary stories. You decide. So, I guess we'll go ahead and click on this one. I'm sorry about that, Cynthia. Hope your dog feels better. Okay, here we go. Legends. Um, she lived deep in the forest, and okay, Bloody Mary. Start off first. She lived deep in the forest in the tiny cottage, and sold herbal remedies for a living. Folks living in a town nearby called her Bloody Mary and said she was a witch. None dare cross the old crone for fear. Their cows would go dry, their food stores rot away before winter, their children take sick or fever, or any number of terrible things that an angry witch could do to her neighbors. I didn't know she was real. Anyways, um, see. See, this is how I get. Let me see. Click on that. Let's see where it goes to. Okay, here we go. Here we go. See, okay. Um, let's see. Then the little girls in the village began to disappear one by one. No one could find out where they had gone. Grief-stricken families searched the woods and local buildings and all the houses and barns, and there was no sign of missing girls. A few brave souls even went to Bloody Mary's home in the woods to see if the witch had taken the girls, but she denied any knowledge of the disappearances. Still, it was noted that her haggard appearance had changed. She looked younger and more attractive. The neighbors of the neighbors were suspicious, and they could find no proof that the witch had taken their young ones. Hey, Mary. So, then came the night when the daughter of the miller rose from her bed, walked outside, following an enchanted sound no one else could hear. The miller's wife had a toothache and was sitting up in the kitchen, treating the tooth with an herbal remedy when her daughter left the house, screaming for her husband, and followed the girl out of the door. Um, the miller came running in, his night skirt together. They tried to restrain the girl, but she kept breaking away from them and heading out of town. Um, see, hey, what's up, Oracles? How you doing? Okay, Mary, that's cool. Um, the desperate cries of Miller and his wife woke the neighbors. They came to assist the frantic couple. Suddenly, a sharp-eyed farmer gave shout, gave a shout, and pointed towards a strange light at the edge of the woods. A few townsmen followed him out into the field and saw Bloody Mary standing beside a large oak, holding a magic wand that was pointed towards Miller's house. She was glowing with an unearthly light as she set her evil spell upon the miller's daughter. Um, the townsmen grabbed their guns and pitchforks and ran towards the witch. When she heard the commotion, Bloody Mary broke off her spell and fled back into the woods. The far-sighted farmer had loaded his gun with silver bullets in case the witch ever came after his daughter. Now he took aim and shot her. The bullet hit Bloody Mary in the hip, and she fell to the ground. The angry townsmen leapt upon her and carried her back into the field, where they built a huge bonfire and burned her at the stake. So, Ron, see, as she burned, Bloody Mary screamed a curse at the villagers if anyone mentioned her name aloud before a mirror. She would spend her spirit to revenge herself upon them to her terrible death. When she was dead, the villagers went to the house in the wood, and found the unmarked grave of two little girls the witch had murdered. She had used their blood to make her young again. From that day to this, anyone foolish enough to chant Bloody Mary's name 3 times before a darkened mirror will summon a revengeful spirit of a witch. It is said that she will tear their bodies to pieces and rip their souls and mutilate their bodies. The souls of the unfortunate ones will burn in torment, as Bloody Mary once burnt, as they will be trapped in forever in the mirror. There you go. Hey, got through that one. Hmm. See, but there's different ones too. Look, Bloody Mary Wells, Bloody Mary Ritual. Let's see what this one's about. I know there's one story, I guess, told by somebody. Let's see. We were having a sleepover at my house on Saturday night. Me and my 4 best friends, Alex, Bianca, Sabrina, and Lacey. We make cookies and watch we make cookies and watch movies and did our hair and makeup by midnight. Looks like a girl's night. Yeah. By midnight, we ran out of planned activities. It was time to improvise. Let's try the Bloody Mary thing, Lacey suggested. Alex, who was sitting cross legged on her sleeping bag, said, "What's the Bloody Mary thing?" Sabrina was lounging on top of her own sleeping bag on the far side of the room. Said, come on, Alex. Everyone knows the Bloody Mary thing. You stand in front of the bathroom mirror with lighting candle and say the witch's name 3 times. Then her ghost appears, looking just the way she did when she died, all all horrible and bloody with scars over her face. I'll be like, you know what? I'm out of here. You know. Well, I really don't know. I mean, maybe it was real. Like, I mean, it was real that a woman was burned to the stake, but I don't know if she would come back like that. So, okay. Okay, she sounds gorgeous. Just why exactly did you think I would want to see the ghost of Bloody Mary? Alex said skeptically. Why not? I said from my place on and pull out couch in the living room. I always wanted to see a ghost. It could be fun. Besides, I heard she can tell your future if you summon her correctly. Um, And if you don't summon her correctly, or if she's in a bad mood, the ghost of Bloody Mary will rip your eyes out and leave your face horribly scarred, Lacey said dramatically. Oh, you will be found dead with the claw marks over your face and body, or you could be trapped in the mirror with Bloody Mary for eternity, Sabrina added. And she goes, oh, that sounds like fun. Disfigurement, death, entrapment. What a fabulous way to spend the eternity, Alex said sarcastically. Where do I sign up? Damn, dude, you're messing up. Um, he goes, it's a load of crap, Bianca said as she tried to balance on one foot on the arm of the pull-out couch. It's just a story. It's a story told to scare little kids. Bloody Mary isn't real. I heard it's real. I said, my friend Katie tried it once and saw the ghost in the mirror. Bloody Mary, told Kate. Um, when she grows up, she is to become a research doctor who cures cancer and saves a lot of lives and wins a Nobel Prize. Hogwash, said Bianca dismissively. That's only one way to know for sure, said Sabrina. Come on, let's try it. I ran to the supply closet to get a candle. Matches all around us, even Alex and the disbelieving Bianca crowded into a large downstairs bathroom. This is a bad idea, Alex said nervously as we lit the candle. No, it's not. It's the perfect thing to do at a sleepover, I said. um, like telling ghost stories, only this one might be true. Here, you hold the candle. I thrust a flickering candle into Alex's hand. Once the candle was lit, Bianca turned all the bathroom lights off. As we stood before the mirror, I told everyone the story of Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary was the name of an evil witch that lived back in the colonial times. The witch used her black magic to make her young again by killing bunches of young girls in the village. When villagers discovered Bloody Mary was behind the murders, they burned her at the stake. Bloody Mary used the mirrors to help her locate and enchant her victims. as she cursed all mirrors when the villagers executed her, so that anyone chanting her name 3 times would be pulled into the mirror with her to spend eternity in flames. Oh, I think I heard. I think that's in here too. I'll check it out, Lucindia. I mean, they got me. Take a breather in this. They got all kinds. They got from Africa and all kinds all around the world. This is just an American one, so I'll probably read a couple of that and maybe um another one, a couple another ones. Maybe change it up a little bit. So by the time I finished the eerie tale, all my friends were looking a little nervous, but we were excited too. Maybe we seen a real ghost. The candle in Alex's hand flickered a moment and then steadied as the 5 of us enchanted Bloody Mary's name 3 times in front of the bathroom mirror. It's a lot, damn. Okay, it's not that bad. Okay, let me find it. Okay, and then steadied as 5 of us enchanted Bloody Mary's name 3 times in front of the mirror. I held my breath, not not know what to expect, and wondered the Bloody Mary might say about my future. Maybe I would marry Robbie when I graduate from college. Robbie was a cute boy, unlike in my science class. The 5 of us wanted tensely as we gazed without blinking in our faces, reflected in the glass. The only sound was tinking of the little wind-up clock my mom kept in the bathroom. I strained my eyes trying to see through the mirror into some neither realm that I both dreaded and hoped might be there. Bianca said, "Nothing's happening. Let's just go. Let's get out of here." She reached to the doorknob and turned it. The door wouldn't open. The door um, the door was unlocked, and when we started the ritual, I knew this for a fact because I checked the door in case we needed to make a quick getaway. After all, possibly however fate, then it might be a crazy story told to frighten little kids. I rushed to the door, pushed Bianca aside, and unlocked it. And when I tried to knob, the door wouldn't open. Something something or did I mean someone was holding it shut. Damn. Suddenly Alex screamed and pointed at the mirror. I whirled away from the locked door and saw a glowing white figure staring at us from the mirror. Her face was twisted in malice, and flames seemed to flicker. Hold on a second. Flicker around her. In one hand, she held a bloody knife. It was Bloody Mary. Well, we all screamed, and my friends backed away from the mirror. All but Alex, who stood frozen by the bathroom sink with with the candle clutched to her shaking hand. All of a sudden, Bloody Mary lunged forward. Her knife had came straight out of the mirror and striking Alex fiercely in the face. Long scratches appeared on Alex's cheeks, and she staggered backwards with a gasp of pain, hands coming up to protect her face. A wave of heat and anger poured out of the mirror in the blast of blew us over her head and heels. My forehead struck the wall. I fell seamlessly to the floor. Okay. Hope you guys are still there. um, I woke in darkness a few minutes later, and uh, groped desperately for the light switch. When I turned it on, I found Lacey unconscious behind me, and Alex blacked out beside the bathroom sink. with deep scratches all over his arms and legs and face. 1 second, guys. I'll be back, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, um, back to where we were. Let's see. Okay. I woke in darkness. A few minutes later, let's see. I read that. Wow, turn on light. Okay, she was standing close to me, to the mirror, and the ghost had knifed her too. I took Lacey and Alex awake on the floor, of us clinching together, weeping and shaking with fear. I told you this was a bad idea, Alex gasped. My eyes widely suddenly when I realized that we're only four of us crouching on the bathroom floor. Where's Bianca? I cried I cried in alarm. I leaped to my feet and started at the bathroom mirror, but it only reflected the wall and my frightened face. Oh dear Lord, what if uh what if Bianca was pulled into the mirror with Bloody Mary? Would we ever see her again? What would I tell her parents? Um, let's see. Try the door open. Try the door open. Alice gasped, lunging forwards to grab the knob. I opened immediately. Apparently, the door was released from the lock spell as soon as Bloody Mary disappeared. We ran to the living room, hoping to find Bianca hurled in her sleeping bag. She wasn't there. We searched all over downstairs for her. I was about ready to wake up my parents and confess the whole stupid mess to them when Lacey gave a yell from the laundry room. Bianca was laying unconsciously beside the washing machine with blood scratches over her face. The ghost was scratched. The ghost has scratched a message deep into the flesh of her right forearm and said, "I am real." Um, my stomach lurched, and I wanted to throw up. And I saw Bloody Mary's message. Instead, I kneeled down and shook my friend's shoulder, trying to wake her. After nearly a minute of calling her name, Bianca finally opened her eyes. She groaned and rolled to a sitting position. "What happened to you?" I asked, dabbing at her cuts with her hands with the towel from the bathroom. After that, the horrible ghost knocked the four of you down and grabbed me by the hair and pulled me through the mirror. Bianca said with a shudder, "I felt something scratching my face and hands. I tried to fight back, and I was knocked to the ground and dragged along a cold floor by my hair. The ghost tossed me into the dark. I couldn't see anything. I felt the ghost clutch my arm, and there was this terrible pain that all I remember until I heard your voices, and light came on. She saw and looked on our faces and glanced down at her sore arm. She went so white, I thought she would faint again. So I pushed her head between her knees into the dizziness past. We cleaned up the blood, and Sabrina and Alex, Bianca, and them, and five of us hurled in the living room, and the rest of the night, too scared to sleep. We made up some story in the morning to our parents, uh, for my parents, about bumping us to the furniture and playing the game to explain the scratches on my friend's hands. No one showed up for the message on Bianca's arms. That's a lot of reading. Okay, we'll take a break for a minute. So, what do you guys think? Don't forget to. Oh, thanks, Ron. Hey, Dave, how you doing? It's hot out here. Okay, next one. Yeah, I'm not gonna probably read the stories. I'm just probably gonna read like the tale of it. I wish it was shorter, but okay. Give me a second. Here goes another one. Give me a second. Okay. This one has pictures. Okay. This is called El Sarbon. Sarbon. English translation: the Whistler is a character appearing in both Colombian and Venezuelan folk tales. Famed for terrorizing men, women, and children, especially later whom he is known to feast upon. There goes the guy with the bag. The following folktale, which originated in the 19th century, is often told in the rural parts of Venezuela's vast Midwest plains. The scary and disturbing ghost described in the story is considered to be harboring of death. The story also starts with the son killing his father. One version states that his son returning home one day found his father abusing his beautiful young wife. This angered him. He killed his father. Thing. Another more disconcerting version states his son was spoiling brat, whose every wish was catered by his parents. One afternoon, he demands his father hunt for a deer, his favorite meat. But when his father does not find the deer, he returns empty-handed. His son kills him, opens his organs, heart and liver, and intestines. Then he gives them his mother to cook for dinner. What? Shit. The mother finds his the mother finding this meat is tough starts to suspect something's amiss. She discovers these organs are her own husband's innards and curses his son for eternity. That's crazy. I know, right? It's too much breed. It's too much to. I'm just gonna start with like little ones, but I'm not gonna. Yeah. At this point, and at this point, most versions of this story become similar, familiar. Um, the mother fetches a male relative, and most versions, the grandfather um, he ties the son to a tree, whips him, and then he finishes by rubbing lemon or hot peppers into the son's wounds. The grandfather then unleashes a vicious dog, orders it to go after his grandson. Then the dog pursues the son relentlessly. Okay, that's a picture. Hold on a second. Is it safe for me to post my email? Yeah, that's fine. Listen to. Okay. His mother curse uh, transforms the son into a ghost. He is condemned to wander the plains, carrying a sack of bones on his back. Some versions um, state these are the bones his father. Others state these are the bones of his victims. Damn, wicked. Okay, his ghost is described as being disproportionately skinny, extreme tall. He towers over treetops with a bag of bones slung over his back. The vicious dog chases him constantly, whipping at his heels. He wears a staggering white suit and a wide brimmed hat. It is said that the few people who have seen him have lived to tell about it. His ghost is known as the Whistler because of the tune he is heard whistling the basic seven notes: do, re, mi, fa, so. Let's see. He whistles these notes slowly and draws each one out. Okay, 1 second. Okay. A warning given in his whistle in Deception. Um, it is said that when people hear his tune up close, they actually safer. This means he is far away, but they hear him from afar. They best aware for he is actually close by. Um, what is deadly is most people do not become concerned about his whistling when it is seems far away. They ignore it. This is a mistake, for when they finally notice, it's already too late. It is often mentioned his ghost hunts down cruel men who cheat on their wives. His ghost also attacks drunks when they are fast asleep. A gruesome detail shares states his ghost uncovers their belly buttons and then sucks into the alcohol comes out of them. The hell? In Central and South America, ghost stories. This is a universal theme of ghosts, often punishing drunks. A frightening element in the story is the whistler enters people's homes at night. He lays his sack of bones on the floor and starts counting them. If no one hears the clatter of the bones or notices his presence, this means one member of the household will die. Wow. Hope I don't die. Okay. Um, it's always mentioned that there are ways people can protect themselves from his ghost. One way is just to remind him of his terrible crime and why he is cursed. Another way is to keep the items. The whistler is almost of afraid of handy. They include a whip, hot peppers, or a dog. Well, like when I was, I'll take a break. When I was younger. Hey, hey Carol,
Hey, what's up?
it's hot. Anyways, now my room's all hot, so I think I'm pro too. But no, but when I was a kid, like it was called El Viejito de Moral. He was a guy with a bag, and my mom would say, "If you don't go to sleep, then they're gonna come and get you." And that was kind of mean, but and so that was the story. Half of this story too. Um, I guess for every culture it's different. You know. Sorry, I don't like reading, but um, um, I was reading like a Bloody Mary and everything else, and I was just like, "Damn, that's crazy." So how are you doing, Carol?
I'm good. Just my middle daughter's birthday, and she's pregnant with twins, so they just
Wow.
got went in the backyard and shot with my son-in-law.
Yeah.
So just chilling right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need more sleep. Just kidding. Um.
I I can agree. I definitely do.
Yeah.
But what do you do?
Yeah.
So what ones have you told so far? Have I missed?
Okay. Bloody Mary and this guy named uh Il Sebon from South American folklore.
Ooh,
I mean, there's a lot of them, and I'm just like,
I have a lot of them too that I have been looking into,
yeah,
and a lot about the gods.
yeah,
Like stories of I can't even. I can't. There's this site. There's this Facebook page, and that's all they do is they put out creepy stories.
yeah,
I don't just like read all of them. I just love them. But yeah, they have a lot of folklore about like some of the gods and um, just crazy crazy stuff. So yeah, I love that. The
yeah,
fear the better.
yeah, exactly. um,
Hey, Lucinda.
hello, how's it going? I know she put out her email. I don't have Facebook, so
Hey, Joy. Hey, Mary. I don't have my glasses on. So I'm like
okay.
trying to zero in on the chat.
No, it's all good. It's all good. That's why I kind of like, you know, just zooming in a little bit.
No,
Yeah,
I'm half blind. When it comes to like if I look far away, I can see perfectly, but up
yeah,
close, not so good because I'm getting old. That's what
exactly,
happens.
exactly.
It's all right. I'm
So do
gonna.
you? I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Do you know any stories before I continue?
Yeah, like I'd have to look it up though.
No, that's good.
Oh, yeah, I have to look them up. But I was just reading one, and I'll try to find it.
Okay, cool.
But yeah,
Well, while you do that, I'm gonna read another one, a short one.
yes.
So, okay. Oh, no, get the audio. So, okay. Okay, let's see. There's "Don't Turn on the Lights." There's "The Face." Um, "The Handshake." "The Hook." "The Hatchman." Okay. Well, let's do the face. Um, the medical student toppled into love as soon as he's. Oh, wait a minute. Is this where? Hold on, give me a second. I hope it's not a long one.
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
I have one of my own actually. I can read
Okay, that's fine.
as soon as you're done.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I I've always been into the banshee,
Mm-hmm.
and so the original, the end is like my own twist to it. I don't have to read the ending because that's like I made that one up. But so anyway, the banshee. The banshee is an Irish female spirit who wails outside a home to warn of the imminent death of a family member. Once heard, or often heard before she is seen, her wailing is very high pitched and can be heard only by the intended family. In Ireland, the banshee does not bring or cause death, but warns loved ones at the death that a death is imminent, which gives the family a chance to prepare. Some believe that she acts as an escort to ensure that their loved ones passes safely to the other side. The screams are also called keening, which is the cries of mourning of the loss of a loved one. A banshee is a disembodied spirit who can appear in many forms. However, in Ireland, she has been most commonly seen as either a beautiful young woman with long, flowing silver or white hair wearing a white dress, or an old woman in rags with dirty gray hair, long fingernails that are sharp and pointed, and rotted teeth. Both descriptions also describe the banshee's eyes as being noticeably red from crying so much. Whilst there are numerous descriptions of what the banshee looks like, what all witnesses of the banshee can agree on is its terrifying wails. And then this is mine.
Oh.
Other stories of the banshee say she first appears as a beautiful, enchanting woman before luring away her victims to their death. It is also said she was betrayed by her loved one and now preys on unfaithful men. She can be heard in their dreams to haunt these men and is known to drive them insane. If out and alone at night, a cheating man will soon be victim to her wrath. Her wails cannot be ignored. They are hypnotic and draw you to her direction before becoming her victim. Her powers are said to be able to make a man take his own life. Some stories of the banshee are luring men into a body of water just to drown, or men jumping to their death from a cliff, or hanging themselves in the woods. I know it's dark. These banshees will also curse a cheating man's bloodline. Stories of their offspring being cursed when it comes to love, health, and poverty. The only way to break the curse is for the deceitful man to shed his blood at the feet of the woman he scorns. Without doing this, the unfaithful man will spend the rest of his life being haunted by the banshee and ruining their lives of his offspring for eternity.
Oh boy.
Dun, dun, dun.
We're scared. I'm scared.
No, I've always loved the Banshee stories because there was this game when my older two kids were younger that we would play. It was like on Xbox or something like that, and it was a
Oh,
Banshee, and yeah. But I just always liked the folklore of it, and
oh yeah.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's cool. Nice.
yeah.
I need more sleep, Cassie said.
Joy, you haven't slept since when? That woman can
Damn.
party with the best of them, I tell you.
Well, let's see. Uh, the Welling Woman. I'm just gonna read like short ones. It's hot. Man. I'm here by a big old window, and it's like, ugh. Once a Spanish soldier married a beautiful native woman. It's called the Welling Woman. I'm sorry. And they had two children, whom the soldier loved very much. However, the soldier came from a rich family. His parents and relations disapproved of his wife and threatened to disown him unless he married a Spanish woman. Okay, it is longer. Let's see. Okay. Not wishing to lose his inheritance, the soldier put away his native wife and sent for a bride from Spain. The soldier's wife was filled with a terrible jealous rage. To revenge herself against her unfaithful husband, she drowned her two kids in the river. The soldier was horrified. Oh yeah, this is called La Llorona. The soldier was horrified when he heard what she had done. He tried to leave her and arrest her, but his wife, driven insane by rage and jealousy and guilt, escaped into the wilds. She roamed through the land, searching the waterways for her children, but she could not find them. Finally, in agony and of the body and mind, she drowned herself in the river too. That's crazy. That's just a short one. I think it's called the La Llorona.
Yeah.
That one, yeah. Let me see. The Lady in Veil. It's that one.
Mm.
He had not expected to meet the woman in his dreams, but there she was strolling along in the moonlight beside the cemetery. Carlos quickened his pace until he was level with her, hoping for a glimpse of her face under the veil. Let me see. I'll just read a little bit. Um, Carlos made a few remarks about the beautiful night and the lovely weather. Um, Anything to keep her talking. She stopped abruptly and turned to face him. He caught a glimpse of dark eyes glinting behind the veil. What is it you want? She asked. A date, senorita. Just a date, Carlos beamed at her. She paused and said, I don't know you. Ask me again in this place at this time tomorrow night. We shall see. She paused and said, I don't know. I asked again in this place at the time tomorrow night. We shall see. So I guess supposedly she's let me see, she's dead or something. Okay, she paused and said, I don't know. I'll ask it. Every single time he kept on going back to the graveyard. That's where he's seen her. And then I guess later on, hold on, give me a second. I'll just read it. Carlos made a few remarks about the beautiful night and the lovely weather, anything to keep her talking. She stopped abruptly and turned to face him. He caught a glimpse of dark eyes glinting behind the veil. What is it you want? She asked the day. Let's see where I'm at. She paused and says, I don't know. Ask me again in this place at time tomorrow night. We shall see. Carlos' heart leaped in his chest. So she is playing hard to get. Well, fair enough. He would see her tomorrow. And she would fall in his arms. And the next day, um, dragged by her in front of Carlos, he had trouble concentrating on his work. But at last he was free and running the few blocks to his home to change it to a suitable outfit. Well, supposedly she died, I guess, because she's dead or something. So, so yeah,
That's creepy.
it is. So, long story short,
Long story short, it's creepy.
yeah, it is creepy.
I have one. I haven't
Okay.
really read this one before, but it was just posted 4 hours ago. Tesisco. Fiasco. Yes, I'm going to say Fiasco. The Stick Indians. One of the more disturbing Native American myths is the story of the Tiasco, the Stick Indians. The Tiasco was once a normal tribe who fell on hard times. The neighbors refused to share their own dwindling reserves, and the Tiasco, succumbing to their hunger, started to hunt people for meat. Maybe it was a punishment from the gods. Maybe it was magic. The Tiasco turned into thin, tall, beastly, undead creatures with long, sharp teeth and shrill, throaty voices. Stick Indians wander through the woods at night. They are able to run very fast and whistle to communicate. If you hear shrill voices and rustling in the undergrowth, it's them. Never whistle. The Stick Indians attack those who alert them. They extend their ghostly tribe by kidnapping children and abducting pregnant women. Oh, I'm sorry,
Wow.
guys.
Wow.
I'm just reading this.
That's okay.
Ripping the infants from their wombs, raising the children as their own. The owns a powder made from the remains of the dead. They seek the humans to throw the powder at them, causing them to go into a deep sleep. Whilst they sleep, the Stick Indians play cruel pranks and steal the children from the village. Legends say that Teasco search for more than children. It's said they rip men open, clawing into their insides, searching for something. However, nobody knows what they're looking for. You can never defeat the Teasco. They will hate them who disturb them, hunt them down with a bow and arrow, and devour them. Ooh,
Wow. That's
that's
crazy.
creepy.
Wow. I think mainly just some of these are like stories and stuff like that. Let's see.
I mean, like every country has their, like in Mexico, right?
Oh yeah.
They have the La Llorona, or like I think here maybe Bloody Mary was started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's just different countries have their own kind of spooky stuff.
Yeah. Well, there's this called the eavesdropper.
Mm.
Um, this is an old tale which claims that at midnight on Christmas Eve, the cattle will kneel in the barn and speak with one another. Once an old Maryland man decided to test the tale of hiding in a barn at midnight to listen. So he climbed a rope to the window in the hayloft. He lay down on the ground boards, covered himself with hay, and waited. Oh man,
You lose it?
yeah, I lost it. Okay, then I got it. Okay, and waited. Around midnight, he saw all the cows in the barn kneel. At first, he could not make out any words, but then he heard the cows underneath his hiding place. Says to his neighbor, "I'm afraid our poor old master will not live out of the year. Oh dear," um, saying the neighbor, "what a pity." The old man was so frightened by the cow's words. The hell? Then he hurled over to the window, wanting to get away from the barn as fast as he could. But his sweaty fingers slipped on the rope and he fell to the ground, broke his neck, and died. Okay,
Ooh,
what is that again? What the
that's
hell?
creepy.
Yeah. Let's see.
That reminds me of this movie that I watched on Netflix. I don't remember the name of it, but it was about a witch and this girl, like, so the devil, I guess, possessed their goat, and
Yeah,
the goat would taunt her and haunt her, and it was the witches that were trying to lure her away. And God, I wish I remember what that was, but so I think, long story short, her family ended up dying. She might have killed them, I don't remember, but then she ended up joining this witch coven at the end.
yeah.
It's kind of creepy. I wish I remember
Wow,
the name of it.
that's crazy.
Hey, citizen.
Hey, citizen.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay.
You know, I think myths and folklore, I think, you know, they might not be all true, but I think it stems from something at one point, you know?
I think so. I think it's like people that like passed on and stuff like that. So
Yeah, like, hundreds of years ago something happened and they told the story, but people kind of added their own little thing to it to make it what it is today, you know?
Oh yeah,
More spooky and scarier.
exactly.
Yeah.
See if I can find something else. Let me see it here. What's this one? A Texas ghost story? El
Ooh.
Muerto.
Mm.
After getting laid on, after getting laid on the what? After getting laid on the land, so to speak, frontierman Bigfoot Wallace moved from Austin to San Antonio, which is considered an extreme ledge of frontier, to sign up as a Texas Ranger under Jack Hayes in them days. Texas was as wild as the West could get. There was danger from the south from Mexicans, danger to the west and north, okay. From the wilder frontier, filled with Indians and desperados, and to the east of settlement. See, draw. Okay, that wasn't scary. I'm just reading because I'm just like, what? That was scary. I think some of these are just plain old stories, like ghost stories. Okay, let me see. Black magic.
Hey, here's another Texas
Okay,
folklore.
yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I just saw it.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Texas porn citizen says.
Texas porn. Yeah, that's why I didn't read it because it was a little nasty. So.
Freaky Geek says folk tales are events that have been blown up to make the individual more like a hero for surviving than a chicken for being scared.
Well, yeah, that's why I didn't read it because I'm just like, ugh, it's disgusting.
No, they're all good. Dance with the Devil, Texas, USA folklore tall story. The girl hurried through her schoolwork as fast as she could. It was the night of the high school dance, along with 70 year, along about 70 years ago in the town of Kingsville, Texas. The girl was so excited about the dance. She had bought a brand new dress, sparkling red shoes, yada, yada, yada. Her mother came to the house looking pale and determined. Are you going to the dance? Her mother said. But why that? Oh, wait, the girl asked her mother. I've just been talking to the preacher. He says the dance is going to be for the devil. You absolutely are forbidden to go, her mother said. The girl nodded as is accepting her mother's word, but she was determined to go to the dance. As soon as her mother was busy, she put on her brand new dress and her shoes and went down to the hall. As soon as she walked into the room, all the guys turned to look at her. She was startled by all the attention. Normally, no one noticed. Her mother sometimes accused her of being too awkward to get a boyfriend, but she was not awkward that night. The boys in her class were fighting with each other to dance with her. Later, she broke away from the crowd and went to the table to get some punch to drink. She heard a sudden hush. The music stopped. When she turned, she saw a handsome boy in jet black hair and clothes standing next to her. Dance with me, he said. She managed to stammer a yes. Completely stunned by this gorgeous boy, uh, she was led out to the dance floor. The music sprang up at once. She found herself dancing better than she had ever danced before. They were the center of attention. The boy spun her around and around. She gasped for breath, trying to step out of the spin, but he spun her so fast, or spun her faster and faster. Her feet felt hot. The floor seemed to melt under her. He spun her even faster. She was spinning so fast that a cloud of dust flew up around them both so that they were hidden from the crowd. When the dust settled, the girl was gone. The boy in black bowed once to the crowd and disappeared. The devil had come to his party and he had spun the girl all the way to hell. Well, then. All right. Oh, Eli's gone and he's muted. That's okay.
Yeah,
That wasn't
that
too
was
scary.
insane. Well, I know this one, and I think it was in Mexico, New Mexico, where this girl danced with this guy or whatever, and supposedly was floating in the air with the devil or something. So
Yeah,
yeah, pretty
I've
scary.
heard many of those. Like, because they always say the devil comes in disguise. He's not going to come as this he's not going to come in pointy ears and a red face. He's going to come as a handsome man. And yeah,
Oh yeah, I heard about that. You never know, might happen. I always say like don't look for something so hard, so you know what I mean, like, or else you'll meet up with them. So okay, give me a sec, I'll be back. Okay.
all right. So, how are you guys? I got to see my little daughter. I haven't seen her for a little bit. And she's pregnant with twins. She's got this belly on her. I can't wait. Cannot wait. Twins. All right, so I'm going to read this one since he's gone. The woman in the black veil. Carlos had not expected to meet the woman of his dreams as he walked home from work, but there she was, strolling along in the moonlight beside the cemetery. Carlos quickly quickened his pace until he was level with her, hoping for a glimpse of her face under the veil. He's seen her many times before. He's made small talk with her, but never seen her face yet under that veil. But he was overcome by wanting her. He was in a love trance of sorts. Carlos made a few remarks about the beautiful night and the lovely weather, anything to make her talk. She stopped abruptly and turned to face him. He caught a glimpse of the dark eyes glinting behind the veil. What is it that you want? She said. A date, senorita. A date? Carlos beamed at her. She paused and said, I do not know. Ask me again in this place at this time tomorrow night, and we shall see. Carlos' heart leaped in his chest, so she was playing hard to get. Well, fair enough. He would see her tomorrow, and then she would fall into his arms and be his forever. The next day dragged on for the infatuated Carlos, and he had trouble concentrating on his work. But at last he was free and running a few blocks to his home to change into a suitable outfit. God, is this long? Oh, Lord. He could
Yeah.
barely contain himself, and he reached the cemetery a few minutes early. She was not there yet, so Carlos entertained himself by picturing his beautiful bride in their new home. Suddenly, she was there in front of him. The moonlight sparkled off her veil. Carlos was enchanted. They talked for hours, standing in front of the graveyard. She was as witty as she was beautiful, and Carlos begged her for a date. We'll go out tomorrow night, she said, and I'll see you later at the same place at the same time. Carlos kissed her hand and floated away.
Wow.
Uh,
They're long, man. I was like,
this one is really long, really, really long. This keeps going, so maybe, yeah. Long story short, she was a ghost, if you guys probably could guess, and took him down to hell, it looks like, to her tomb. Oh,
damn, that's some messed up stuff right there.
well. I just don't know if I would be talking to somebody that's always in front of a cemetery. That's the only time you see them walking in
Yeah.
front of a cemetery.
Oh, the reason why I'm out of breath too is because I'm dealing with allergies right now as well. So
Yeah,
I thought it was okay today, and then I like had an appointment with my doctor today online, and he says I'm dealing with some allergies.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. My car was covered in yellow pollen the last couple days.
yeah. It's called hay fever.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm going through.
yeah,
But yeah, like I was saying, like I heard some stuff in the past where just like weird stories like el chupacabra and everything else, and to find out it was just like a dog or something like that. But in the Mexican, let me see if I can find it. Just a second. Okay, let me see. Because they said it. Oh man, let's see, myths and legends. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Sorry, guys. I just don't want to read some fake stuff. You know what I mean? Let's see. But anyways, long story short, there was a farmer, and all of a sudden, like this dog-looking thing kept on eating like the cattle and everything. So to find out, um, after legends and legends and everything, and then said he had like long claws and everything else, and so found out that it was just a dog. It was like a coyote. So
I have a whole bunch of legends, but they're just so long.
I know. I just don't want to read half of it, and it's just like, oh, come on, keep on going.
Oh Lord.
That sucks.
A lot of Greek mythology in this
There
one.
is, right? Oh man, hold on a second.
Some Egyptian ones.
Yeah, there's a lot of them on here. Never mind them watermelons. Oh no, I'm not reading that one. Old
What?
man Moses. Oh damn.
Who who always turns kinky when you arrive, citizen?
I know, right? No, citizens with H, man. Let me see. I know Mary wants to come up with the ghost box. Just kidding. See, I don't mess with those things because it's like um I think I'll get an attachment or something.
The ghost box?
Yeah. Like last night. Okay, last night I got up late last night, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I swear the TV, like, you got to point at the TV to turn it on.
Mm-hmm.
It was pointed another way, and all of a sudden, like I bumped into it, but for you to press a button, I didn't do that. And at first, I see my TV, it kind of like with the blue screen,
Yeah.
like the first second, and I wasn't even near it. So then all of a sudden, like I bumped into it, the TV turned on. How? I'm far away from it, and the remote is like facing the wall instead of the TV, and the button was away from my hand.
That's creepy.
Yeah, and I was just like, man, this TV's possessed or something. Like, yeah,
You might be possessed.
yeah, probably. Never know.
No.
You never know. Okay. Let me see what I can see. A short word. Black Maggie. When
Ooh,
Felix Agnes put up the life-size shroud bronze statue of grieving angel seated on the pedestal in the Agnes and okay family plot in the Druid Ridge Cemetery. He had no idea what he had started. The statue was rather eerie figure by day, frozen in a moment of grief and terrible pain. At night, the figure was almost unbelievably creepy. The shroud over its head um, of securing the face until you lit up and close when you're close up to it. There was a living air but grieving angel as it is could rarely reach and grab you if you weren't careful. And that's all it says. It's just a short one. How about black magic? Matt Henry is a hermit who lived alone in a discreet mansion at the edge of town. Rumors were rife about the wild-eyed man. Some folks said that he was a magician who called upon powers of darkness of wrench havoc upon his neighbors. Others called him Mad Doctor who could restore life to foul corpses from the local cemeteries.
Oh,
No respectable citizen in town had anything to do with Mad Henry. These are short. Let me see. Bloody Bones. Way back in the deep woods, there lived a scrawny old woman who had a reputation of being the best conjuring woman in Ozarks. With her bedgraded black and gray hair, funny eyes, one yellow, one green, and her crooked nose. Old Betty was not a pretty picture, but she was the best there was at fixing what ailed a man, and that was all that counted. What?
ailed a man.
Yeah,
So she was a healer.
they're short. These are shorter.
I just gotta say that if I went out into the woods and saw a cabin,
Yeah,
I'm gonna want to explore it.
that's all that counted. Sorry, sorry.
But if I knew there was an old scary woman that lived there,
No, hell no.
I don't know if I'd be going to her for healing because I've seen too many shows that are like that
Yeah.
don't end well with that.
Well, it's. I mean, not. I always say not every cabin. Well, I don't know. It depends on. It really depends on like the culture of the place, who
Yeah,
died there and what was there and everything else. So,
I mean she's living an old. Yeah, I don't know. Can I show
hmm.
you something?
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Or maybe I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I was wondering what this was when I first got it. I
Yeah.
just want to see, like, hold on, where's the pictures at? So this one's probably.
I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate it.
So,
Minus my allergies, but I'm
so
sorry
that's
about
what
that.
it looked like the first day. Let's see. Then
I do got my puffer with me, so
for your allergies.
yeah.
Then it progressed to get. I'm not saying it's bite marks. I'm not saying that.
What? Hold on, give me a second.
It kind
I
of
want to
looks like it.
let me open my email real
It's
quick.
my leg.
Okay.
I sent it to. I didn't email it. I sent it to Hangouts,
Okay, I got you.
and it wasn't broken skin. I just want you to know it wasn't broken skin.
Okay.
But what I was doing at the time was clearing branches and trying to mow some of the area down by the tree line, clear in the back where some trees had fallen,
Yeah.
and I didn't want it to all like the grass just keep growing out and then it just be, and the mosquitoes were just like so bad over in that area. And so go to the first one.
Oh, there's two of them?
There's lots of them.
Okay, hold on, give me a second.
And so after I was working down there that night, I noticed these.
Oh, okay. Wow, they're bruises. What the age?
So yeah, that first one, blow that one up. There's just 6 little red marks.
Oh, see that?
Yeah, Cassie was sending leg pics yesterday, wasn't it?
Look at that.
Oh, you
What?
see like 1, 2, 3, and then at the bottom 1, 2, 3. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, look at
And
that.
now look at it bruise.
Let me.
Yeah, see there's no scratches.
What? I'll keep it up for a minute. Let Citizen look at it. Citizen likes looking at legs.
Now you can even tell what it is.
Oh,
And then there's the bruise.
Oh
And
wow.
then the next day it started getting bruised and more bruised.
Ooh. Does it hurt? Did it hurt?
No, I didn't even, yeah, no.
Wow.
Cassie.
Yeah, okay, I'll do it again. Hold on a second. Okay.
I just thought it was weird.
Slowly, guys, so you can see the leg. Citizen.
So I never say anything's paranormal, but remember me talking to you guys about the supposed little girl in period dress that's supposed to be down in the tree line?
Yeah.
That, that's where I was working.
What?
I never say anything's paranormal. I'm just saying.
So, can I ask you a question? How's your mom doing?
She's better. She's got something around it. Like she had broke something in that ankle a long time ago. Well, not
Happened to
a
Carol.
long time ago. And then, so she had a boot. And then, so she said, okay, I'll just wear this boot. Well, that lasted that night.
Yeah.
And now she just has a wrap around it. But, like I said, she's 82. She has osteoporosis. She climbs up on step ladders. She was cleaning the uh, china cabinet. We got
Yeah.
like two of them. One's an antique one from her mom or her grandma, I can't remember. And so, yeah, so I'm sitting here. I was on somebody's panel. I can't remember. And my daughter says, Mom. I said, come here. And I said, what? And that's what had happened. She had, and she's, oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. Well, I'm a little swollen, Mom.
Oh wow. I would
She's,
have been. Okay.
no, she's just stubborn. She's back up to dealing with the china cabinet today too, putting stuff in it and all that. So yeah,
Yeah. Well, as long as she gets better, that's all that matters.
yeah.
We'll keep her in your prayers.
La Cinda. Sorry, I said that so slow.
Getting
La.
tired.
I
Yeah.
I'm a wuss.
Huh?
So she says, I hopes I am able to stay up and chill with yous tonight. And I'm like, I'm asleep before everybody. It's just like this is my thing. So I have to take my medicine or I won't sleep, right? My
Yeah.
medicine and nothing will happen and I see the sunrise. So I'm always paranoid to stay up as long as you guys do, right? Because then I think we'll all get no sleep. And if I take my medicine, I won't. Yeah, it's a whole, yeah.
Yeah, because there's times where I can't sleep, and then I go
Yeah.
on Citizens Panel, and I'm just like, they're like, we knew you come, and I'm just like, yep, I can't sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'll read this one. This cool picture
Citizen. Citizen.
and the way. Listen, the
Lucinda says, nope, I'm wide awake and ready to play with y'all tonight. And she just means hang out and what, And Citizen, no, he's got to take it in. In what way, Lucinda?
okay, Citizen, who's going live? So I can not now, but like, yeah,
Nothing
later.
wrong.
Yeah, just want to know who's Citizen or Mary's going live or Oracles. Okay, y'all can work that out.
Hey, Tamara.
Hey, welcome back, Tamara. Okay, I'm gonna read this. Okay,
Coffee sounds good.
it does caramel coffee.
I have that downstairs.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay, let's do this. Hope I could do it.
You got it.
Okay, in Greek mythology, Persephone, whatever, also called Kor, is the daughter of Zeus and Demeter. She became the queen. It's called what was it called again? She was called Hades. Okay. She becomes the queen of the underworld. Though her adoption of Hades, the god of the underworld, the myth of her adoption represents her function as a personification of, forgive my reading, guys, I'm not perfect, vegetation which shoots forward in spring and withdraws into the earth after harvest of hints. She is also associated with spring as well as fertilization vegetation. Here goes the cool pictures, guys. So okay, Hades. Hades in the ancient Greek religion of myth is the god of the dead and the king of the underworld, in which his name becomes Cyrus, whatever. Hades was the eldest son of the Cronus and Rara, whatever. Although the last son of resuscitated by his father, he and his brother Zeus and Postanus, I can't even say his name. Sorry. Defeated their father's generation of gods, the Titans, and claimed rulership over the cosmos. Hades received the underworld. Hades was often portrayed with his three-headed guard dog Cerberus. There it is, right there.
Mm.
See, I want to find like if I'm reading about stuff, I want to find like pictures like this.
Yeah.
Instead of just boring the audience and stuff like that. So
Boring audience.
I don't want to be like, okay, whatever, okay, okay. Why these characters? Well, I choose the characters because Persozone sounds like a drug, but whatever. Represents the fertilization of vegetation because it shoots forth in spring. So I associate her with the life. And Hades is the god of the dead, and he kidnapped Perseus. Why did he say these big words? To stay with him in the underworld. So I associate him with death, two opposite sides, like yin and yang.
Mm.
Okay. What do they have in common? Basically, what this underworld couple may have in common is how to both rule the underworld kingdom. They're both gods related to Zenith, and one of them is the god of the dead, and the other represents the fertility. And I bet you Citizen is trying to correct me right now. Let's see. There goes death. I don't live in the darkness. No, wait, it says, I don't live in darkness. Darkness lives in me. Sounding weird, but I think that's it on this one. Okay, let me see what I can read. Okay, Harry Toll. Once there was an old woman who went out in the woods to dig up some roots to cook for dinner. Some spotted something funny sticking out of the leaves and dug around until she uncovered a great big hairy toe. There was some good meat on the toe, which would make a real tasty dinner. So the old woman put it in her basket and took it home.
Mm.
Let me see. The hatchet. There were warnings all over campus about the hatchet man who was supposedly abused and killed a woman in Bloomington. All the girls were wanted to walk in pairs and stayed in brightness to the areas they had to go out at night. Okay.
Crazy.
Let's see. Where's my liver? Yeah. Go straight to the store and don't fool around. His mother said sternly as she handed over the money. Her father's boss is coming to dinner tonight, and we're having a favorite meal of liver and onions. I don't like liver. It's disgusting. It's important that we have a good impression, so the best liver they got, yes, probably, yeah, someone they knew. Of course. Let's see. Hold on. What do we? Okay, the Canadian folklore tells tall tales. Let's see. Hmm. Okay, Axe Murder Hollow. Susan and Ned were driving through a wooded, empty section of highway. Lightning flashed, thunder roared. The sky went dark, in the torrential downpour. "We'd better stop," said Susan. Ned nodded his head in agreement. When he stepped on the brake, the car started to slide on the slick pavement. They went off the road and slid halt at the bottom of the incline.
There are so many stories
Yes.
about car wrecks and then in the area. There's this
Ooh.
one that I listened to. It was like a paranormal
Yeah.
radio show,
Yeah.
and it was in Iowa. And this mother and this daughter were driving on this old country road, right? Like small town at night. And they were driving,
Hmm.
and what had happened? They came up, and the mom saw somebody on the side of the road, and she passed and said, "Oh my God, did you see that person? Should we go back?" And the daughter's like, "I didn't see anybody." What? That kind of thing, where she saw somebody.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, they they started where she was. They were going up towards the railroad tracks, and a train went by, and they almost got hit. And
Yeah.
so I'm not doing it any justice to the story, but I guess the story was there was many people who were hit at this railroad track,
Yeah.
and they the story was people who had survived said they were distracted and didn't see the lights or something on the railroad track to notify that the train was going to come by, because they saw somebody walking on the side of the road at night,
What?
and so they were looking like that, and then they went to go over the train track and the train was going, something like that. It was something spooky like that. So
What? It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I could finish your story, but yeah, that's creepy.
Mm,
I think that went on Ghost Adventures one time, something like that, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's finish this. And um, pale and shaking, Ned quickly turned to check if Susan was all right. When she nodded, Ned relaxed and looked through the rain-soaked windows. "I'm going to see how bad it is," he told Susan, and went out into the storm. She saw his blurry figure into the headlight, walking around the front car. A moment later, He jumped in beside her, soaking wet. The car's not badly damaged, but we're wheel deep in mud," he said. "I'm going to have to go get help." Susan swallowed swallowed nervously. There would be no quick rescue here. He told her to turn off the headlights and lock the doors until he returned. Axe Murder Hollow, although Ned hadn't seen the name aloud, they both knew what he had been thinking when he told her to lock the door. When what then was the place where a man had once taken an axe and hacked his wife to death in jealous rage over an alleged affair. Suddenly, the axe-wielded spirit of the husband continued to haunt this section of the road. Outside the car, Susan heard a shriek and a loud thump and a strange gurgling noise, but she couldn't see anything in the darkness. Frightened, She shrank down into her seat. She sat in silence for a while. Then she noticed another sound. Bump, bump. It was a soft sound, like something being blown by the wind. Suddenly, the car was illuminated by bright light. An official sounding voice told her to get out of the car. Ned must have found a police officer. Susan unlocked the door and stepped out of the car. As her eyes adjusted to the bright light, she saw it. Hanging by his feet from a tree next to the car was the dead body of Ned. His bloody throat had been cut so deeply that he was nearly decapitated.
Holy
The I know, right? The wind swung his corpse back and forth so that it thumped against the tree. Bump, bump, bump. Susan screamed and ran toward the voice and the light. As she drew close, she realized the light was not coming from a flashlight. Standing there was a glowing figure of a man with a smile on his face, a large, solid, and definitely real axe at his hands. She backed away from the glowing figure. She bumped into the car, playing around when my back was turned. The ghost whispered, stroking the sharp blade of the axe with his fingers. You've been naughty. Okay. The last thing she saw was the glint of a blade in the eerie, enchanted light. Okay, that was yeah,
nice and gory.
yeah, for real.
Huh. I don't know. I like the gory stories.
Me too.
I don't like to watch like the movies like The Saw
Yeah,
or I just think those are stupid. But I don't know. I like the stories better than the movies about it.
yeah, I
Um.
do too. I mean, I like them like that, and I like listening to like ghost, like not ghost adventures, but yeah, something like that. You
Mhm.
know, I like watching spooky stuff. You know,
I do too.
or you'll go live later, Lunar. Okay, cool. Eli likes to talk. I bet.
I
Okay,
just put a bunch of I bets out there. I
you
bet.
did. I
I bet.
bet.
I bet. I bet.
I bet.
I bet.
Another one. Let me see something good. Dancing with the Devil.
That's when I did.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hmm.
I have a picture. My oldest and I went to the oldest cemetery in our town, not our town, but the city, the capital of our town, right? The
Yeah,
oldest cemetery, and we did a tour. It's like 69 acres, and there was several cemeteries that were moved there,
yeah.
right? But so this right here, can you see that picture? Wait, let me go to a different.
Oh yeah,
You see that?
it's like a bed.
So this husband and wife, their three children died, and so
Yeah.
they built the three pillows on the bed, right?
Hmm.
So they had a lot of money, and every night she, was thought her kids would be scared. She wanted to be there, and she would go there. She would have like every night, and so the story is, well, every night she would go there and she would cry and she would mourn, and so the husband said, so he built like an altar. So there's like something that you could you can't see it in this picture, but where she could put candles or whatever, like stones. I can't even remember what it
If
was.
you want to share that again, I'll put it on big
Yeah.
screen. You can tell the story too.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
just be rude. Sorry.
And so the husband says the only way you can go is if you have the carriage take you. That's when they had money and they had people, who could take you around, and you have the light on and candle, whatever. So the story was every night, supposedly, you can hear crying around this tombstone there. But this one, nope,
Oh, okay, I didn't want to see that one.
no, that was the
Oh,
land.
okay.
This is
Okay.
my lands. You want to see my landscaping I did?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
this one here is the city receiving vault. And
Oh,
so back in the 1800s, and we actually got to go in here and take a tour inside it. And it's underground, you can't see, but the dirt is on top of this. On top of the roof, there's dirt. So this is underground, and and what they would do is they would store in the wintertime. the ground was too hard and they couldn't dig the ground, right? Back in the 1800s, right? And so they would store the bodies until spring. And so, they would store the bodies on ice and straw and cover them up there. But right when you walked in, there was this little area where if somebody came from out of town and wanted to view grandma, they would pull grandma's, tomb out or, whatever. And they got to view them and they would have a glass face to it, like, so a glass window where you could actually look down and see. But they had all of the old markers in there from where they used to mark each. It was really, really spooky inside this place. Like, we got a bunch of people in there, and when he was telling us stories about how supposedly, if you're in there at night, because they used to have people who would guard the cemetery at night. Okay, you can take me off.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
There, they would have like guards, right, or a guy that would walk around and whatever, and you could see like people walking out, ghostly figures walking out of this vault, but it's always been locked. But we had a senator that was the senator's wife in one of these above ground tombs. There's one that has an elevator that actually goes underground, and I think it was Yonkers. I don't know if you guys have Yonkers stores, but they were the owners of Yonkers. Anyway, so the senator's wife or some kind of high up, I don't even know, it was vandalized and they took the wife's skull and they didn't find it for like 2 weeks and they found it in an alley. There's been 2 murders.
Wow.
One in the 50s and one in 2007 at the cemetery. And it's just really, really spooky. And I would never do a night investigation there because the neighborhood's really bad.
Wow.
Really, really bad. But the tour was amazing. It was so cool, like the history. And then they had a area where they had a orphanage, and they couldn't, like, if the babies died because of disease and malnutrition and what, these babies and young children had died, and there was a fruit market down the street, and the fruit market would donate their crates that their peaches and apples and stuff came in, and that's what they would bury the children in. And so there's all these unmarked burials, and so they just put one tomb up in memory of all these children. It was really sad area. And they had a children's area, and when we walked over there, it was just so it was not really sad, but you were just like, oh, and you just felt like you were kind of, I just felt like really tired afterwards, like, you know what I mean?
Wow.
It was just kind of just sad, and yeah, a lot of infants. And
I mean, like with tombs like that, like when you actually approach something like that, you could feel the sadness. You could feel like that person's like despair or whatever, like the last moments of how they lived. You know what I mean? Like, and what kind of grief they took with them. I mean, I understand when you're dead, you don't take nothing with you. Your energy. It's like with your energy inside your body, you're gonna take it. Eli, lift your eyebrows.
your white
That's
eyebrows.
that's not me. Sometimes it's just
No, it's just also, I mean, it's just draining too because you just know the story. Like, I couldn't imagine losing an infant. I couldn't imagine losing a child, adult child.
that's horrible, man.
Oh, I feel so bad for her.
I don't think I could, live like that, knowing that you lose a kid and everything, but especially, like feeling all that tension. Like, even though when you go visit your family members, just like, I mean, you wish you wish there was some sort of something there to remind you of them.
Well, when you just think about it, when people go to the cemetery to mourn their loss of family members, friends, whatever, children, Just think of how much emotion is left at that cemetery,
Yeah,
and it's energy, right? What it's all, and you just sometimes you can just pick that up, and yeah, it's just sad.
exactly.
Just sad.
I
You
mean,
got,
sorry.
is that your niece?
Yeah,
Oh,
I know she's cute.
mm,
Yeah, I don't want to imagine either, but
mm-mm. Sorry, can you hear my corn nuts eat me
oh
eating
yeah,
corn nuts?
oh
Sorry.
yeah. I was eating peanuts, uh, roasted salted peanuts.
I have honey roasted it downstairs.
Ooh, yeah, those are good. I was eating them today, and I was like, ooh, see,
My grandson about ate them all. I'm like, whoa, slow down there, Hoss.
exactly. They're good, man. Especially when you're stressing, you're like,
Dollar Tree.
what? They have
Dollar Tree. So we went to the Dollar Tree. What was we getting? I don't even know why we went there. We all walked out with tons of just snacks. And what they do,
yeah.
you have to wait 6 feet away in line.
Mm.
So they put the dots. Hey Seth,
I
they
said,
put the dots where you wait 6 feet away. They put it down the snack aisle. I
what?
swear everybody standing in this line because it was packed was grabbing snacks. I'm like, man, they are so smart. That to put the waiting line for the checkout in the
Wow,
snack aisle. Yeah.
that is crazy, Seth.
Look at this
Oh,
ranch.
oh, I love them, man. I
My
like the
daughter
regular.
said I was standing there. Wasn't even my pick. My daughter says, "Oh, mom, they have corn nuts here. $1." You go to the gas station. I don't know. They're a lot. I can't even remember how
They're
much.
like four something over here,
Oh,
and
it's
it's just like, oh
ridiculous.
no.
Yeah.
And they have some and they have some like chocolate covered cherry ones, and it's just like it tastes disgusting from the gas station. But they're a bigger bag, and I was like, oh well, cheap, shoot. I mean, they're $1.50.
When you had
So
good teeth, good teeth. Oh, I thought. Okay, it looked
I
like
had what?
gold teeth. I'm like, gold teeth. She said I could eat corn nuts when I had good teeth. I read it as when I had gold teeth.
Gold teeth. Damn,
I'm
you have gold teeth. Damn,
sorry.
you're my best friend. Ah, shit.
Ooh, that sounds chocolate.
Mix our
I like the salty and the sweet together, right?
yeah, bet. Um, dentists love us. Yeah, they do. Like
Yeah.
with me, they would be like, they look at my teeth and they're like, "We're getting rid of it. They're getting rid of them." I'm just like, really? Come on now. I don't want that. So,
I'm gonna mute while I eat this.
and, I wish that I could eat and not gain weight. You know, I mean, I love food, but I know I can't eat a lot of it. I'm just like, oh man, I was like, why? Why can't I be like that? And other people are just like, they're just eating a lot, and yeah. But it will catch up to you later in life too. So,
Some people. Hey, Ron,
hey
loves
Ron,
gas station. You love gas station, Ron?
you love it. Yeah,
I
you're in
love
love with
going
your.
out.
Why don't you get married in the gas station if you love your gas station? No, I'm kidding. Can you imagine that?
Good
Yes, good times. Sorry. Yeah, good. It's good times. It's really good times when, you know, you have your friend, your best friend, whenever you love your life with you at a gas station and you say, marry me here. Really? At a gas station, Ron? Well, I heard some weird stories before. So,
Hey, me and Libby were so bored last night.
yeah.
Or she was really bored. I was with you guys.
Yeah.
So we went to the gas station just because we were bored.
The
She
gas
made me.
station.
She didn't even buy anything. I ended up buying like a couple things. She says, "Oh, I'm just gonna eat cereal. I'm here buying all this junk food, and you're
I know, right? Oh,
yeah."
when I go to the store, like they're 99 cents candy, so I try to just go somewhere else. And I'm just like, I
He says
can't.
it's a chain name for a gas station.
Oh,
Mm.
trade name for a gas station. You're like, what the fuck? Me in my mind. I think about weird stuff and actually say something.
That's my
Yeah,
problem. Is I say what I think, and I shouldn't.
same here.
I should filter it.
Yeah,
I don't.
I did it too. Like when I'm on panel, and then I'm like say something, just like, oh shit, did I
Did I
say
just
that?
say that? Exactly.
And I didn't. I don't mean to like say something wrong and then offend somebody. It just comes off that way, and I'm just like, wait a minute, dude. I didn't mean it that way. I was like, I'm sorry about that, and that happened recently today. So I mean, I can say names, but you're the best, man. But I'm always,
Dude, don't worry about it.
I'm always ruining things, man. But anyways,
Alright. Some people can choose to be offended and some cannot.
yeah, it's true.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know how you could say something to offend somebody. And
I
I
have
think I've
no.
known you longer than anybody.
Yeah, you have,
Just saying.
man. It's been a while, man. We've been through some stuff on YouTube, man.
Oh
For
my
real.
God. Stuff that I wish never happened.
Yeah,
But we used to go to that one person who we won't name.
yeah.
Remember?
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I to be honest, like, I mean, yeah, he's a good guy though. He's
No,
um.
she.
Oh, she.
Remember? No, the drama?
Oh, that
I'm
one.
like, I'm staying out of this.
Oh, that one.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
Now that was what you call drama,
Oh
man.
my God.
That was just unreal.
I'm not coming back to this stuff.
No, like I mean,
Yeah. I mean, we should probably talk about, but
I know, but I choose not to. But at the same time, it's just like I'm like, what? Nice pump and wash hands. Are you telling me? Okay, never mind. Anyways, are you telling me just to forget about it?
I
But
think they're
no.
talking about a gas station.
Oh, okay.
They have showers at this gas station. Ron, do you like to take showers at the gas station?
Whatever happened to that person?
I don't know if they still have their channel up or not. The other people do. I don't know. But anyway, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I've been. I mean,
It was fun though, wasn't it?
it was
I
fun,
kind of
man.
miss it, but I'm scared to go back.
Yeah. Same
And I
here.
didn't even do anything. It's just like they take sides. I'm like, man, can't I just go to who I like? Anyway,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
anyway,
Anyways,
yeah, whatever.
but I sometimes think that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
People come in our lives just to, have a dig at us and to see
probably.
how we'll react. But now these days I'm just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. If you're not my friend, piss off. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I'm just like that. I'm sorry. I
yeah.
mean, if I didn't do nothing to you, then oh well, I'm not like when I started where it's just, like I'm just stressing over it, like because I don't need stress right now. So
Mm-hmm.
man, yeah.
Nope.
I seen
Something
like this
oh yeah, Ron, I get it. I was
like
joking too.
I was gonna take a break like, this month, but I didn't know to stop StreamYards.
Right.
And I was gonna go on for a month, and um
Yeah.
but I'm over it. I was
But,
over it.
Cassie, can you hear me? Because if you can hear me, that's totally rude. And I'll stop or I'll mute myself.
Well, what happened?
She says,
Carol.
Carol and her corn.
Come on
Oh
now.
my gosh, they are so good.
Yeah. So who will travel with, huh?
So who will you travel with, huh?
Exactly.
I gotta get a different car because I so want to go on a road trip.
Oh, that would be nice. You know what? With road trips, I love driving in the car and just seeing the scenery, and
Mhm.
I miss the feeling of travel. I really do. I know we're changing a little bit. Sorry, guys. 12 people. Thank you for staying in here with me. I appreciate it.
Hit that thumbs up.
Yeah, look it up. Just like I said, love is energy. Energy is everything. Like,
I'm stopped. I'm not gonna eat anymore. I'm done.
so Kara, what do you think about what I just said at the bottom?
Love is energy, and energy is everything.
Yeah.
It's true because what you put out into the atmosphere, what you say, what you think, not just what you say and what people hear and how it makes them feel. what you think goes out into the universe, and like attracts like. So this is what you're going to get back. So love is an energy. You put love out there, it's going to find you back. That's why and I'm not just talking romantic love. I love all you guys, right? I feel we're all drawn together for a reason because we all have love in our hearts and we give it freely and don't expect anything back, right? So
Hmm.
like attracts like, so here we are. I think we all attracted each other. And I'm glad that I found you guys because y'all make me feel good. You know what I mean? Like I've been, we all have been through a lot in our life. And I, I think that's what makes us who we are. And some people can make them just nasty. Some learn and grow and put more empathy out there. So I think that's everybody here. I think we're just all kin, you know?
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with you.
I'll
And
get off my soapbox there and I'll save it
yeah,
for my channel.
no, I say it like this. You know, when you reach down in your heart and you take it out and you give it a million times, you know, everybody's gonna spread it. Everybody's gonna spread it to one another, and they're gonna come back even more because you
Mm-hmm.
know what? Life is so good, man. You never give up on hope. You know, hope brings love,
Yeah.
careness. You know what I mean? Like, and I always say, okay, I'll stop. This is not change the subject just a little bit, but
No, I mean it's a good thing. Like, I was told once that everybody here was fake and I was naive to think that people actually cared and you know, sitting there, saying to people that you care for them, oh, I love you, you know what I mean, or what that, and it's just like, well, it's there's all kinds of different kinds of love. Respect is a form of love, if you ask me. So I was like criticized, and it's like, you know what? You don't get it unless you have love in your heart. You don't get it unless you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So with your hate, go on with your hate. Just because you're filled with hate, don't get on me and try to tell me people are using me or people are fake or whatever. You know what I mean?
Because they never had the kind of love in their life to
Mm-mm.
actually bring their day up every day.
Mm-hmm.
You actually, like, talk to the people, talk to the people that you think that are negative, and maybe one day they'll change their mind about it.
But this is the thing. Not all of us had love as a child.
Yeah.
For some reason, and I not gonna go religious, but I thank the Lord for mine. But some people can come out of those situations and still love even more. And some people come out just evil and entitled and narcissistic and just want to go out and hurt you. So,
Yeah, I know some people like that, and
uh-huh.
and all you got to do is smile at them, and they're
Ready
like,
to run, like
yeah, run. They're like,
adios.
it's like adios, amigo.
I learned a
You know,
long time ago I can't heal everybody, and I'm a healer. I'm the caregiver. I'm the healer, right?
Mm.
And I've learned there's some people that, again, sorry, y'all, the devil will bring into your life to tempt you. Oh, no, I'm just saying, I'm going to stop on that.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm just
Right.
saying, it's not, people are meant to come into a reason for it, in your life for a reason, yada, yada, yada. But we don't have to entertain it. Everything comes into our life. We don't need to heal. That's what I had to learn. It's like, I try to be there for everybody and I try to show love and all this, but red flags are there for a reason. And there's times where y'all just need to just say, okay, I see it. I see that I'm going to get hurt out of this. And it's not my job to heal everybody. I can plant some seeds and maybe show a glance that, hey, it's not all hate out there, but it's just like, okay, for myself, I need to like go. And I do pray, and I don't have enemies. People who have hurt me, oh, I pray for them all. I pray for them all. I really do.
See, but Carol, when you pray for that certain person, they're gonna remember you in their moments of fear or doubt or worry or whatever, and
Uh-huh.
they're gonna think about that moment, and then they're gonna come back to you and be like, "Thank you, Carol. Thank
Well,
you for believing in me." I mean, it's more of giving the person hope. Even though if you walk away from their hateness,
uh-huh.
they're gonna come back to you and thank you some other way because they
Well,
know that you were right about what they were going through. They just didn't want to feel it and see it.
yeah. I mean, some people will never be able to think or see because they're just, I'm putting that word out there, really narcissistic and sociopathic. They will never see it. They will never apologize unless they're getting something out of it. But it's not for them that I pray, it's for me. And even if they don't know it, I mean, the Lord knows it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How is that for a person who can pray for the person who has put them through hell? If y'all can do that, that is showing that you're pretty special. You know what I mean?
You are special because you know what? God gave you that kind heart to forgive and forget. I mean, you might not forget, but at the same time, it's like you got to put that behind you, and you got to make yourself, move forward in life. Do better so they can see you flourish into that person that they want to be.
Well, they say that's the best revenge is to grow and become better, but I don't even care about revenge. I don't. That's not revenge. If you feel that, like something to remember is karma is real, and whatever you any way you want to see it, you see it. But if you see the person who has hurt you or done you wrong in life, that bad things are happening to them, and you feel like, yeah, see, you got what you're coming for. That actually, even though you were the victim and you didn't do anything wrong, that will come back and it will bite you. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
and for those that want to see, I mean, because we're human, I'm human, and I seen things like I tell God, you know what, I prayed to God at night, and I say, God, punish them people in your way, not in mine, but if you allow me to see, that's fine, but if not, you know, show them the way you want to show them, and punish them the way you want to punish them.
uh-huh.
So there, I know in life I was kind to them. I loved them,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
um and I know that I had my say
yeah,
at everything. Not a revenge. I had my say, and
yeah.
I prayed to you, God, about
Mm-hmm.
it. And God will open those doors for you.
Mm-hmm.
God will flourish in your life because you know why?
Yeah,
That hate inside of you is gone.
yeah. I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
some people think, and it's hard. Why did
Exactly.
this happen to me? Why? And I can say I can't speak for childhood things, like because I've been there, but like I can look at my own experiences and say, okay, this person and this situation and how I was in this situation happened for a reason was to, you know, boy, show me some things about myself that I needed to change. And I can look back and say, my God, this has been a repeat thing in my life. Damn, I wish I would have learned this 20 years ago, 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But I really didn't. I saw it in the back of my head, but refused to. But now, I've done the work. You heal those hurts, those traumas, and those things, the things that people say to tear you down. You heal those things, and that's what some people are brought into your life, and that's what they do is to like show you, rip your heart out and show you, why you even entertained this person. Well, because I was weak and I was lonely, or oh, don't even get me going on. We're supposed to be talking about
No,
paranormal. I'm sorry.
no, going back to that, you're not weak,
No,
okay? You're
not
not,
anymore.
and you're strong,
Mhm.
and you're a kind person, and you flourish in your own ways. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And God gives you choices in life. You know,
Mhm.
one week is not one of them. Okay,
Mhm.
it's more like you're structured to be the strong individual in life, where
Mhm.
nothing will knock you down. God gives you like a straight row. He gives you a choice. That's your choice. That's your choice in how you feel and how you lead your way. But there's times where you're gonna have these times where you're gonna sway back and forth out of that path.
Mhm.
But at the same time, it's like you're not weak
Yeah.
because God gives you the strength to move forward.
But in our weakness,
Same
God,
goes to that. Same
oh
goes to
Lord, here I go.
no, no, no,
Here
no,
I
no, no.
go.
No, no,
In
no,
our
no.
weakness, that is when God shows himself. And if y'all think you're alone, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know everybody doesn't believe like I am. Whatever higher deity you think or you feel you have, it could be Mother Earth because I totally believe in. Oh, okay. I'm just saying that. Okay. One of my favorite sayings is, and I can't repeat it verbatim, but like in word for word, but God sometimes takes people out of your life so he can be the only one there. And why that happens is because you got a lot of stuff you need to work out. You gotta put him first. You gotta let him, you know? Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
he wants to be number one, not because he's a jealous God, not at all. Not because he's an egoist. No, it's because he loves us and he knows that we need him. And there's nothing that we can overcome. Okay, I'm stopping.
Oh, it's like this. It's like this. I say like this. We don't see things as they are. We see
Lucinda,
them as
that's
we
so true.
are.
Lucinda, you were right. And everybody, I love everybody as long as they have love in their heart. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
and you're so true. Like my oldest daughter and I, we don't have the same beliefs, and doesn't believe that she doesn't believe in God or God, and it doesn't matter. Like just because, no, yeah, I don't want anybody to think that I would ever. My sister converted to Judaism.
Wow.
I love her. I'm sorry. I'm shutting up. I'm shutting up. I'm done. I'm sorry, Eli.
I say it
How
like
did we
this.
get
Hold
all
on,
this?
hold on, hold on. To feel that inner calm with oneself is the truest gift of happiness. That's how I see it.
Think about that. Who in their life has felt true calm and how often? Think about it. True calm. No worries. You can sit here and just like, huh. Closing your eyes is, for me, closing my eyes and just, you know, because I'm in fight or flight 24/7, because I'm always having to know my surroundings. Being able to just close your eyes and just knowing everything is fine, that's a true calm. And if you can have that, that's precious.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing is between me and the Lord, my life is between me and the Lord, nobody else. Everybody else's is none of my business. And I love people because of what their heart is. I don't hate. Like there's one person, and it's a she, that I don't hate, but I'm really not fond of. And I pray for that person, but I mean she's not a good
I know.
person. But it's like, I yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Mhm.
I'm
You're good.
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good,
I just
man.
kind of took off and ran with that. Oh my God, Lucinda, if you put me out in the woods, some of these trails I gotta go back. I think they're open now. And I love taking my dog. It's just like, oh, he's a psycho if he sees other dogs. you go down these trails and you're just like, nobody's there. And this one will take you through these trees and you see nothing but trees and nature. And there's some dip offs that go clear down, right? Well, you go and you keep walking and you're like walking and walking. Boom, all of a sudden there's a bench. You sit down and boom, there's a drop off. You can see to the next town. It's just like you can sit there and you hear the nature. You feel you okay, I feel like the nature and the energy and the healing, the growth. It's just like the most peaceful thing.
I feel something all the time.
Oh my God, it's okay. If y'all are ever stressed, take your shoes off, go outside. Nighttime's the best for me because I believe nighttime has the most energy. I think the moon is awesome. Sorry. Go barefoot, stand in the freaking grass and absorb the energy from the ground. It's called grounding. It's true. It's like, you know, it's awesome. I'm sorry.
I totally agree with that. But with me, I go outside. I used to go outside. I'm not gonna lie. I used to go outside and I used to lay in the grass. I used to look at the stars and I used to say, "Thank you, God.
Oh
Thank
my
you for
God.
thank you for making me feel the grass. Thank you for making me feel the wind. Thank you for me to smell the trees, and thank you for me to see the beauty you have given to me."
I'm going to say, Ron, you're not weird because I do the same thing. And Eli, I remember knowing that I never slept as a kid. So this isn't a new thing for me. I would be on the couch downstairs. I mean, sleeping on the couch. I remember seeing shooting star after shooting star, being very young. And now, like, we have neighbors across the street, and it's not, I can still see the stars really good, but sometimes, unless you don't, I mean, we don't have straight lights here. I think there's one up there, and I don't know. Anyway, long story short, the darker is, right, you can see more. In my house that we had when my kids were young, I swear to you, I could see the satellites. It's true. You can Google it. Little light in the sky moving. Not a plane because planes can't fly that high and would not. You can see in a dark, dark night, you can see the satellites. But anyway, I would do that. And now it's just like, I'll go outside and I can't go outside by myself without the dog. He's just like, oh, mom, right? I would go outside and lay on the cement around the swimming pool, which is not a swimming pool anymore. My dad filled it in a long time ago with dirt and whatnot. And just look at the stars. And the reason why I didn't lay in the grass is I was worried, unless I went further down, which I did, I was getting eaten up. But it's just like, okay, did the dog pee here? But it's just like I loved doing that. But I do that and he's like barking at me like, Mom, what's going on? Or if I lay close enough, he's like all over me and so, or he's inside knowing I'm outside and barking. But yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want it to get deep.
You're good. They like it.
I don't know about that, but
This is getting deep. It's getting deep because it's coming from our hearts. It's coming from our it's coming from our hearts. It's coming from our experiences in life. So we could bring, so we could bring, like the joyness to you guys' hearts. At least you guys know that you guys have a channel to come to whenever you guys are down.
you
You know
see
what I
what
mean?
Cassie said?
Like a deep dish pizza. Oh,
When we are in nature, we are in God's elements. There is, okay, it moved. Uh, Elements, therefore our minds are clear of all but God, so he is able to better work in us, with us. After all, he does say we was made of his image. Oh, love.
that one right there. That's beautiful.
This is what my channel is going to be about. I'm telling you.
That's it. Hey,
Ah,
two,
go off on that channel.
like
I got,
it's just sharing the positivity,
yeah.
showing the feelings that we have that we can share with others, so they can be inspired with life.
There's just
You
a
know,
lot of hurt that people have gone to, especially at my age of 51. Eli, at your age of 25. I'm joking. Whatever our ages are, we've gone through trauma, we've gone through hurt, we've seen evil, we've seen hateful, and
To the shipping. That's
it's
totally.
just like some people, we just need guidance and help with things to understand stuff and to
And
heal from it, and
yeah, I agree. I mean, I still do at times. I'm human.
oh my God, yeah.
Um, but it's the right guidance that we need. It's the positive. It's being next to that positive person that helps you through that day. It could be your friend, your mother, anyone.
Yeah.
But when you get through that day, you're gonna be like,
It's
oh,
got to
well,
feel good.
yeah,
That person's got to feel good. And you gotta feel it, and don't ever ignore those red flags or that feeling deep inside you. And yeah. Mhm.
I agree with that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow, this is cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like so awesome. Like, at least we can say what's in our hearts. You know what I mean? Like, and we can
Tamara,
say,
what's your sign? Like, I don't remember them all, but like I'm an earth sign. And I don't know, like I remember somebody telling me this. Like I'm more into the earth, the woods, Mother Nature. And then like if you're a water sign, you might be more at loving like the beach and the lakes and the water. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that's true or not. And but I mean that yeah, it's just I like the water too. I think it's so cleansing.
yeah,
But if I had to choose at being at a beach or being in the woods, I'd probably pick the woods.
because it's full of nature.
I
You
mean,
know
so
what I
is the
mean?
beach too. I mean, so
I
but it's
mean,
just like, and there's tons of energy with water.
there is
The moon and
well,
water, there's a ton of energy.
yeah, you're right, but
Really, really good.
at least it with the ocean, like there's more beautiful things to see than just the water. I mean, you don't even know what's in the water. Okay, but anyways, you can see the lovely boats and everything else, but I'd rather be on land so I can see the beauty that God gave us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, the
I'm
ocean.
gonna Google that. Listen, I'm gonna say, okay, hold on.
Hey, we're
Wait,
doing pretty good, aren't we, guys? This is just
what?
Eli.
Okay, hold on. How do I ask that?
Let me look that up.
Okay, I can do this. Hold on. Sorry.
I'm looking
I
it
am a Google queen. Just let me tell you that.
up.
I bet. What am I doing wrong? Come on now. Come on now. All right. Is a Leo an earth sign? I know it's not, but I'm trying to like what no. Okay, the seasonal elements of ancient astrology are as followed. Spring, wet, becoming hot. Air, okay, air is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Fire, Aries, Leo, so you're a fire sign, and Sagittarius. Wait. Tamara and Lucinda, y'all are fire signs. And Earth, Taurus, which is my daughter, Virgo, and Capricorn, which is me. So I'm an Earth sign.
I'm a Cancer.
You're a Cancer? That's my daughter, my oldest daughter.
Nice.
Wait, why didn't it say Cancer? So there's Earth, there's fire, there's air, and water. I don't know. Yeah, you are.
I did hear about that, Seth.
Oh, winter, so water. Water is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And my middle daughter's a Gemini, so she is air.
Nice.
Yeah. Not that I believe in this stuff because they say Capricorns are narcissist, and I'm totally the opposite of a narcissist. I'm just saying.
Bet.
My youngest just turned 20,
Oh,
and
nice.
her due date was on the 4th of July, but she was born on the later.
Congrats.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, so you're a water sign, Eli.
A water sign.
hmm You're a Cancer, right?
I love water, but I can't swim.
My dad couldn't swim, and he was a Marine, and they threw you into the water. Like, they, but when we had our swimming pool, I remember he always had his inner tube in the deep end.
Ooh.
And because he grew up, he worked from God, they worked on the farm, they didn't have time to go and, do those things like that. And I'm assuming like if you had a pond on your property, you could, but I don't. Hey, Alyssa.
Hey, Alyssa. See, I'm afraid of deep waters. I'm terrified because I know I can't swim,
hmm
and when it comes down to that, like I'm just like just gonna swim in swimming pools. I don't think I could just go on the beach.
Yeah.
So
Oh, my baby. Sorry. My
chill.
baby. My youngest.
Cool.
Aww. She's a snap. She's a She loves taking pictures.
Nice.
She's at graduation parties right now.
Nice.
Oh, her and her friends in swimsuits. Sorry.
I can't say this. A true art must help the soul to realize its inner self. I mean, and I do think that's good because, we're teaching each other to, you know, dig into our inner selves and bring it out to the positive of this world. That's what we need.
If you can find people who bring you up and who bring you up and make you feel good, yeah, you've hit the jackpot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard now these days. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's that in connection with that certain person. I mean, it could be. I mean, you could have all the friends you need. That's like really positive, but at the same time,
Oh my
yeah.
god, she's such a I love her. Oh my god, here's my granddaughter and my youngest. Oh, my youngest granddaughter or grandchild and my youngest daughter. She's not the mom. My oldest daughter's the mom of the little girl.
Oh, cute.
Oh, can't get enough of them.
Yeah, show her some more pictures.
No,
Just kidding. You don't have to.
I don't know if she wants. Nobody knows her on this channel. So, well, she gets up and on whenever I'm on panels, she'll come up behind me and show herself.
Oh
So,
yeah, I've seen her on Mary's. Right?
oh, it's my puppy and my daughter.
Oh, look at hold on to me.
Oh, it's my
Oh.
boy. Oh, my boy. I love him more than some people.
So with your channel, talk more about your channel. Like, oh man,
Hey,
because you,
I'm so sorry. My sister's calling from out of
it's okay.
state. Okay.
It's okay. Okay, her sister's gone from out of state, but um, like, what's up, guys? But like I was saying, guys, like I just think we all need positivity in our life um to get us by, you know, and we can't ever give up on ourselves. But yeah, 9 people in the house. Thank you guys for being here. Let's see, I'm trying to look something. Well, while she's waiting for that, I'm gonna go back to seven creepy Native American folklores. So I'm gonna show that in a video. So enjoy, guys. Okay, hold on a second. Let me do this again. So you said it was too low. So let me do this again.
This is the stuff of nightmares. According to Iroquois legends, flying heads are disembodied winged heads, hungry for human flesh. But their hunger can never be satiated. Due to the lack of having a human body, they're destined to hunt for blood for all of eternity. The origins of the flying heads vary greatly from story to story. In most cases, they're somehow the result of a murder scene. Some legends state that those who practice cannibalism became flying heads as punishment for their horrific behavior. Some legends also refer to flying heads as whirlwinds because they're often accompanied by a powerful rush of whipping wind. In almost all stories, the heads are undead monsters, but they're not entirely impossible to kill. One Iroquois story reports that a flying head accidentally ate a heartstone along with roasted chestnuts that an old woman was preparing. That heartstone was the last thing the flying head ever ate before it bursted into flames and self destructed, which was probably a relief to the old woman in the story. A far fetched piece of folklore, but still interesting to think about. Camazotz, or death bat, originates in traditional Mexican culture and dates as far back as some Maya myths. Legend has it that a small group of Maya worshipped the death bat, an anthropomorphic creature with the human body and the head and wings of a bat. Many Native American cultures venerated bats, which were almost always associated with darkness and death. Legends of a similar fearsome Batman creature have circulated widely throughout Latin America. Legend has it that a pregnant native woman in Mexico would offer sacrifices to the bat gods to ensure a healthy baby. Its traditional dwelling place, a dark cave, had marked similarities to a woman's womb. Pregnant women would venture into a specific cave in Veracruz, Mexico, to offer sacrifices which they believed would ensure a healthy delivery. Some early American legends from pre-Hispanic Mexico portray the death bat as an otherworldly creature with links to both Earth and the underworld. He operates on a bridge between the heavens and the underworld and wields deadly powers. In South American Arawaks believed that Camazotz would carry off villagers who ventured outside at night. For millennia, cannibal dwarves struck fear into the hearts of human inhabitants. The subhuman ape men are claimed to exist even today, and witnesses who have encountered them describe the cannibal dwarves as having dark complexions with broad heads, flattened noses, and thick, matted wool-like hair. The cannibal dwarf men are just 4 to 4.5 feet tall, and the women are significantly shorter. Researcher Frederick Lewis wrote that the cannibal dwarves were actually much shorter, none being over 3 feet tall, and the women often under 2 feet. The cannibal dwarves walked upright, wore no clothes, and had no tails. They had claw-like fingernails and were extremely muscular. Most lived in trees, sleeping at night within crudely fashioned huts wedged between branches. Although their main diet consisted of berries, turtles, rabbits, crocodiles, monitor lizards, and squirrels, it's also said that they were known to invade human villages and carried off children and smaller women to indulge their taste of human flesh during their wild cannibalistic festivals. Their religious festivals were often especially bloody, and they sought out both humans and animals to sacrifice to their gods. The Algonquin Wendigo. is a seasonal subarctic species that is created through greed, murder, and cannibalism. These wendigos come in a form of possession, where they will take over a human host and gorge themselves on human flesh, thus turning them into a monstrosity. Many legends and stories have circulated over the years about the mysterious creature, who was encountered by hunters and campers in the shadowy forests of the upper regions of Minnesota. Some hikers that would go out hiking in the forest would mysteriously turn up missing. The villagers and tribes would assume that the Wendigo had taken their lives, or that they turned into Wendigos themselves. It's pretty disturbing if you think about it. A couple of friends out hiking in the woods, then all of a sudden you get lost. Eventually you start getting hungry, and worst case scenario is that you have to eat your best friend in order to survive. The next thing you know it, you're a flesh-eating monster, preying on the innocent and lost in order to feed. I would go into further detail about these creatures, but in the future I might end up making a video about these mythical beings. According to Mexican folklore, a Lacuza is an old witch who can turn herself into a monstrous black bird. They will prey on people who think they have done them wrong, or they will steal children to use in their occult rituals. Some say that the Lacuza has sold her soul to the devil in order to gain her powers. Usually, the Lacuza will appear as a large black bird and the size of a human being. It can also appear as a creature with the body of a bird, but the head of a hideous old woman. They usually only come out at dusk, or after nightfall. Many people in Mexico have spotted Lacuzas flying over the tops of houses, or have seen an outline against the moonlight. If the Lacuza fixates on you, it will sit outside your door at night, making crying sounds like a baby. If you go outside to investigate, it will swoop down on you and carry you away. If you find unexplained scratches on your door or windowsill, it could mean a Lacuza has visited your house during the night. Skinwalkers are a type of witch or sorcerer in the Navajo traditions. This witch practices powerful types of black magic and derives the name Skinwalker from their shape-shifting powers. Skinwalkers do this by draping the hide of a certain animal over themselves, which then gives them the traits of that animal. In doing so, the Skinwalker gains that animal's strength, speed, and endurance. Navajo shamans use this ability to travel quickly from place to place. However, the Skinwalker is usually an evil being that gains its powers and forms by committing an unspeakable act, usually by murdering a close relative. A description of a Skinwalker is usually described as a naked man wearing coyote skin or wolf skin. The Skinwalkers are described as being fast, agile, and impossible to catch. Though some attempts have been made to shoot or kill one, they are usually not successful. A Skinwalker will usually curse somebody and cause great suffering and death. One Navajo writer explained, "At night, their eyes glow like red hot coals. It is said that if you see the face of a Skinwalker, they have to kill you. If you see one and know who it is, they will die. If you see them and you don't know them, they will have to kill you to keep you from finding out who they are." Skinwalkers use a mixture that some call corpse powder, which they blow into your face, your tongue turns black, and you go into convulsions and you eventually die. So if you ever come across a Skinwalker, be sure that you are prepared for it.
Okay, that was interesting. Skinwalkers, nice. I haven't heard of Skinwalkers. Um, yeah, sorry, I can't play no more videos, but um, but yeah, with Skinwalkers, like I guess they kill people. No, I just want to show that video because like I want to show that video. It's like we actually eat too much. Yeah, we do. When you think about it, like you know, You eat too much. Yeah, well, I do because we're always at home. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Hold on a second. But yeah, guys, I think what really interested me in the paranormal is because like probably having my friends in the paranormal as well, and everything else. Like, I mean, I know I'm no ghost hunter or anything, but I'm interested. You know, I got a lot of questions when it comes down to the paranormal. And it's just like with me being positive. I'm always a positive person. I mean, you know, like I said, after I died and came back, I had an awakening. And my awakening was just dreams, and like just I love being I love bringing positivity into the world. And I always want to encourage you to keep on going. I'm back. I've been back listening. That's good, Mary. Thank you for listening. But yeah, I would just show the video because yeah, I've been wanting to show that video, and then Tamara says that think she's seen that video. I had a couple. I had to handle something in the group of Facebook. No, it's all good. It's all good. Um, yeah. But like I was saying, guys, like I mean, a lot of people they say, you know, like the way they change, it's just a change of life. Like some people want to help people, some people just want to give to people. And so always give it for pass it forward, you know, and there you help people. Some people are giving. I mean, I like being giving too. If I see a homeless person in the street, I like giving them $20. You know what I mean? I like giving them that, or bringing a hot meal to them in the corner. Um, Bringing maybe a case of water or something like that. Because I know how hot it's gonna be soon in the summer. I mean, with my heart is full of kindness. I like to respect people, and I like to just show that love that I always wanted given to me. You know what I mean? And that's why I am who I am, guys. I mean, that's why I like joking around, but I like being serious, but I like, having a good time. Because life's too short, you know? And I like being a goofball. I'm a goofball with my kids. I'm a goofball. My fiance was like, oh my God, joking around. And I'm just like, well, I'm like, full of pizza. Yeah. I was thinking, ooh, Domino's tonight. And I'm just like, nah, it's like a waste of money. I was like, what do you guys think? Do you think that how long you want to run, Eli? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean run? For pizza, no family members told me about them. Oh, yeah, like I mean, I bet Tamara, like I bet like because I know that you told me like your little bit of your background, and it's your business, so and I think that's pretty interesting too. I think that if I ever do a topic like if you know what I mean, the topic that we're talking about, I need to do more research in that. Exactly. Yeah, and I mean, like Carol, I mean, I think life is just beauty, man. I walk outside and I'm like, you smell the fresh. I know, I'm being cheesy, but whenever you have an awakening, everything around you changes. Everything, and you see that tree that's brown, but you see it green. You see the grass that's not even green, but you still see the love in it. You still see the love of a deer running by. You know how long you going to be on? 4 hours is what I meant. Uh, mm, we'll see. I got 15 people in here. We'll see. If it goes down to maybe till 9, I'll end it. But we're just talking. So um, me and Kara were sharing the positivity and everything, and I'm gonna show another video after this, but I just want to keep everybody interested in the topic and how how positivity could be reached into the universe. You know what I mean? So I mean, how about you guys? Um, what do you guys think about positivity? I mean, what's one thing you gave back to the community? Like it could be to the homeless people, it could be you know a friend in need. You know what I mean? Like, have you guys ever done that? Like homeless person down the street or whatever. Like I mean, I help at churches. Like I help opening the door and everything else, and giving out offering plates and everything else, and passing it down and everything. So yeah, church is cool. Church is too cool. I'm too cool for school. You know what I mean? But yeah. I don't know. um, I think we're still live, are we? I was chatting out there. Okay. Um, my dad, he was a Pentecostal pastor, and he told me one time, he goes, you know, he says it was all for fun. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, all for fun, wasn't it? And I'm just like, but Dad, you're a pastor. You're the man of God. You're supposed to love God. And all he cared is just about taking offerings. And I said, you know what? You know, God doesn't like people like that. And I know he's my dad and everything else, but I think he was doing wrong. Me, if I was gonna be a pastor, I would give it back to the church. You know what I mean? Like, I live my life. I don't know how I was like who I took over as my mom or my dad, but all I know is you know God comes first, and then because he's the one that gives hope to your family. You know what I mean? And I always say that like I lived it rough in my life, and I never had much when I was a kid, and I don't want much, you know what I mean? But hey, I got you guys. You guys, inspired me to keep on going. Like I was saying earlier, like I didn't know which direction to take, and I was gonna take this month off, and I thought to myself, I'm not gonna give up. I just gotta keep on going, like, and I prayed to God and I said, God, show me the way. Show me, show me that ambition. Show me that strength. Open my eyes. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, give me a platform where I could preach, and give me a platform where I could share my ideas and my feelings to these great people. When Mike was when Mike was having to go to the city for his meds for cancer treatments, we went to McDonald's for lunch, and there was a homeless guy. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. And that's all they want. I mean, they just want a nice meal, and you know, I've done that before, Joy. And he looked at me. He goes, because I would always give him $20, once in a while. He looked at he tapped me in the back, and he goes, "Thank you, thank you, and God's going to bless you." You know, he goes, I'd rather have this than $20. And then he walked away. And I always say that's a sign, you know. Like, but no, guys, like I was saying, guys, I mean, I'm not gonna turn like a church going thing. I was just saying, like, you know, and I rather just give positivity talks, and also talk about paranormal because I like the paranormal. Gotta admit that. I still have questions about the paranormal. I still have questions about, weird things that crawl in the dark. You know what I mean? I mean, who doesn't? It's good. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but it's cool. Because you know what? In life, we're always gonna have questions, and we're always gonna expect answers for something that you know that we don't know. I mean, that's how I feel. But that's good, Joy. That's good. Hold on, Mary. I'm gonna text you in a minute. Oh, that's cool. I mean, it's more about the love. Yeah, it's more about the love than it is money. That's good, Joy. That's good that your son is learning from you. You know, Alyssa, donations for homeless victims. Nice. That's good, Alyssa. See, it's bringing that bringing that giving into the world. And they're seeing this. Trust me, God's looking at this, and God's gonna bless you 3 times more. I mean, I'm not saying wait for Him to give you something, but at the same time, you know, um, He'll bless you, man. He'll bless you in many ways. Second. So yeah, I mean, hold on. We're probably gonna Mary. I sent you a message. Um, we're just gonna probably end this soon, and we're probably gonna go to Mary's, so she can go live. I know Carol's probably busy on the phone with her aunt and stuff like that, so I got to give her that respect. I know she's not gonna rush, and everything else. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna see what Mary says. I think Mary probably gonna set up. Mary, you out there? I sent you a message. So yeah, so what are y'all plans for Sunday? No, man, and I'm gonna say something else too. Like, I think there's times in my life where I thought about just giving up sometimes in my life before my accident, and because it was so much stress, and I seen how. Okay, cool. Let me know when you're ready. She won't shut up, Joe. Yeah, I know. Carol, if you're listening, Mary's gonna go live, and we'll end this in 11 minutes. Um, so, all right, cool. Hold on, give me a second, guys. But yeah, guys, like, I mean, we're just gonna wait for Mary, and then I'll close up. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know about Sunday. I really want to go to church. Something hit my window. See, I hear that every single time at night. That's cool, Alyssa. You know, um, I think before my awakening, I would always be like, oh man, I gotta go to work. Oh man, but now it's just like I want to live on. Like life is so good. Yeah, that's what I think. Life is good. Tomorrow I'll probably maybe I'll wash clothes already. I might just go make up something, do something, Mary, does he tell you what happened to me today? What happened? Hope everything's okay. Listen, same routine. Yeah, same here. Mine's the same routine. Like I skip going to walk in the morning. I feel so bad. I think I might do it like once I get up and everything to get out of the way, because it gets hotter later on in the day. And it don't get cooler. It's like 8 o'clock at night, and I'm not gonna be walking around 8 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we live around a safe neighborhood. We don't even know who's out there. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I worry about. All the paranormal stuff that could be happening outside. Okay, like always try to help others in need. Same here. I always do too. If I see someone help, oh no, my fiance, she was shopping the other day, went to the store, and this lady, she couldn't find her purse or whatever, her card, and and my fiance had offered to pay $80 for groceries. I was like, wow, that's kind of her, you know. And the lady said, no, I found my card already. See, that's kind, man. You know, to give up that much. You know what I mean? And um, that's just kind-hearted. No matter what they need, and by God, and yeah, same here. I mean, well, I raised myself to be like that. I have a selfish mother, yeah. So, and my dad, he was kind. So, yes, Linda, he didn't. He did it. Won't happen again in our channel. Oh, okay. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna find your page. Give me a second. What channel is it gonna be on there? Okay. See, yeah. Do you always check emails? I do, Alyssa. I always check my emails. I always have my emails open just in case the school wants her to do more homework during the summer. So yeah, hook me up with the email. Um, church homeschool, no TV. Church no church homeschool, no TV. Just she was 16 when she heard her first gospel song. You know what? If you guys, Lucinda, Alyssa, like go back to my streams, and I used to do big church video of church songs. You know, oh my God, talking. I'm sorry. We're gonna go to Mary soon. She's more interesting. Nah, just kidding. No, but um, go back to my videos, and I got church songs you guys can listen to. I just can't do it anymore because I don't want no copyright. So yeah. um, if it has to do with our channel or page, we discuss everything. Yeah, that's what I like about Mary's. I mean, mine's about positivity, paranormal. Mine's about everything, really. I mean, I could just come. I'll just come with the topic and go with it. So,
That was quite the conversation.
wow.
Look it, I get off and all these people come back.
Yeah, I know, right? Mary, take your time. Just kidding. No, just talking. So,
Yeah.
so tell us about your channel. Like, what's it gonna be like? What's your ambition? What's your, what's your goal in your channel? Like, I mean, what's it gonna be about? I know some people haven't heard about it, so I just thought maybe.
You're talking to me, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be all about healing. It's going to be healing through um, relationships, traumas, just inspiration, helping each other out, uh, you know, healing, recovery of narcissistic abuse, trauma in relationships, trauma from childhood. I put, I mean, this has been a lifelong thing for me. And I don't know, it's no big deal, but I have a lot of things. One of them is like PTSD, and
Yeah.
it's called complex PTSD because there's multiple traumas, and it started as childhood. So this was diagnosed, I want to say 4 years ago, but I could be wrong, the PTSD thing. And so I can look back and say, well, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So I've just talked to a lot of people who are like in my shoes and kind of gone through the same thing that I have. And I've done a lot of work, a lot of research, because it's like a passion of mine. And I've always, if I could have picked one profession, it would have been a counselor, therapist of some sort. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, my brain, my smarts comes in health sciences. So that's what I always was in. But so yeah. So that's what it's going to be about. And I'm shooting for the middle, probably the end of this month to get it up and going. And I don't even know. God, let's see. I could drop a link if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine. I got your link at the bottom of the description if you want me to do it for you.
Yes.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Is it under D Live?
No.
Okay, I got it right here. So
The YouTube one?
Yeah.
The mind, but yeah. Yeah, if you will. I have to like go out of my YouTube channel into the other one because this will be my second channel. Yeah.
I got
Well,
you.
it's not the Carol XO one.
Oh, I don't got that one.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I'm sorry.
I can do it.
Okay, that's fine. Just go ahead and text me it too, so I can start adding it to the bottom of my description.
Yeah.
So I can start putting it in there too.
Well, I'll put it in here.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. And that was easy. Wait, maybe not. Let's see. Sometimes it makes you log in with passwords and whatnot. So let's see. I want to do, because this, I don't have, the only thing I have up is my picture and the name. And I only have 9 subscribers because this is all brand new thing. I don't even have the channel art done or the about information, nothing. So this is like all really new, guys. So I want to know if this comes, what? Look, Tammy Burgers Rock Fam showed up when I clicked.
Wow.
No, what happened? I don't know. I love you, Tammy. That's probably why. Okay, I'm gonna do this again. Oh, that's funny. That's so funny. Oh, I know why that did that. Because I copied and pasted her name in chat to talk with her. That's what, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Nice.
And so, okay, so I'm gonna do this again. I'll put this in chat, and if somebody could go to my channel and tell me if you see my picture, it's like a rainbow picture, and then Carol XO Mind, Body, and Soul. And if it brings you to the link where you can subscribe, and then I'll know that it worked.
Okay. I'm gonna copy that link for later so I can start putting it on my.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Subscribe. So, guys, yeah, hook her up with some more subs, man.
Hey, Raven. Yeah, I'm really excited about it, and I just have some things. I haven't really worked on it, so I've worked a lot on this, and it's all on paper and on my computer, but I haven't worked on the channel because I'm like doing all this other stuff. But
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right, Lucinda. Yeah. I mean, but I always got to say, like, I mean, with me when I when I was brought up, I always you got to always accept Christ in your heart to um so when you go to heaven you can, when you die you go to heaven or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I heard about that too. You know what I mean? Like you gotta accept Christ in your heart. I mean, I don't know about going to church. I mean, is that true? I mean, what do you? I was
Yeah,
raised you got to go to church.
it, fellowship is huge, but it doesn't have to be in a church.
Yeah,
My church is right here, and you know, right here,
same
and
here.
it's between, like I said, it's between. Thank you guys so much for subbing.
Thank you.
It's between me and the Lord.
Hmm.
So if it's called for me to go to church, then I'll go to church. But I know it's between me and the Lord. And okay, I'm not gonna go all Christian, but if you
Oh,
think
you're
about
good.
it,
Do what you
where
gotta do.
did Jesus do his sermons? He did it on the road.
Yeah, sure.
He did it, in every little town he came to. So whatever. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, I understand that, Lucinda. And and I always now I believe that you could do it at home. That's how my dad taught me. You know what I mean? Like, and that's all I was saying.
Yeah, like there's so much. If you're like, if I think Lucinda said that there's power in prayer when you're praying with others, when two or more are together in the prayer. I can't. You
Oh,
said it better. You said that's totally true. And going to church and being with all those people, that's the most positive thing, right? Well, I'm not saying all people who go to church and all Christians. Some of them are hypocrites. That's the only reason I say that is because I've seen it in a couple of churches. It's just like
me
if
too.
I've seen somebody who was not as well off financially and didn't dress like everybody else came in.
Hmm. Or she's
And they
wearing
were looked
pants.
right, and they were looked down on. And it's just like, are we not a Christian family where we accept everybody? Like, I don't get it. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of just do my own thing. But there is a couple of churches I've looked into that when things are all done with this pandemic, that I might like to go and just every once in a while be with, and you know, that's just me. Thank you, Alyssa. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I understand it. Yeah. Let me see.
I've got 14 now. It was at 9. Oh, I love you guys.
Yeah,
I
see, I
get
told you.
excited at 14. No, it's
Nice.
awesome. That's
God is good.
awesome.
God is good.
Yeah, it's so true.
It's
Exactly.
it's more like, I mean, you really get the positive people than going to the wrong people. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, um, it's good to always have positivity all around you. And
Mhm.
and
Oh, Lucinda, that would be amazing to hear you sing Amazing Grace. And one of my favorite songs. It brings me back to like my grandpa used to sing that. Just sit there and then all of a sudden start singing Amazing Grace. Every time I hear that song, it brings me to tears thinking about that. I don't think I've ever been able to sing that whole song without crying. I am the worst singing hymnal. They just touch me so much. I like in tears. It's embarrassing.
mm-hmm.
Embarrassing. But whatever.
Just looking up something. Okay. Um, I do old school. Yeah, old school gospel. Oh my god, gospel.
It just reminds me of like my grandparents and the songs that they would sing and what. Yeah.
Yeah, I like I was raised in the church, and I remember dressing up all the time to go to church, and there's one thing I learned off my dad. No, never. never give up on the unfortunate, because one day you'll be preaching to them and you're going to give them hope. And out of that, you're going to, flourish to greatness. I always say that. You know, God's good, man. And I mean, I might, with me, like, I just say things out of my heart, how I feel and everything else. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way how I feel and think. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because every time I write them down, I'm just like, I gotta erase it. I gotta erase it. Like it's more like coming from my heart than just like, reading off a piece of paper. You know what I mean? Like, well, sometimes I like have to write something to like memorize stuff. I'm just like, wait a minute, this sounds good. Okay, I'll say this. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is me.
I know sometimes I say things that are mean.
Like what? I
No,
never
like,
seen
if
you.
somebody kicks me out, okay, so like you don't always want, if somebody's mean to you and says hurtful things, you don't want to come back with mean. You want to be the bigger person and be like, oh hey, toodaloo, right? Yeah, I've been known to like come back with some hateful things, and it's just like,
Exactly.
that's not always the best thing, but it
Exactly.
is what
Well,
it is.
yeah. Well, we're human. We mess up.
They do.
I'm gonna set. Here's her link right now. She's not live yet. If you guys want to wait in the chat, I don't
Who's
know how
going
long
live?
she's gonna be. Mary.
Oh, okay.
So we'll just
Thank
wait for send us a link. So we'll wait for her. Um, I will put it out again. Eli, God wants you to meditate in His Word every day. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's what everybody says that I should. I should like you know talk more positivity
you.
and talk more just like like God's word. But I don't feel like throwing out Bible verses and being if you do this you know what I mean. Like I just want to talk about the positive days, positive hours. You know what I mean. What I can achieve when I put my mind to it. You know what I mean. Like it's more about you know trying to get myself my well-being to the next level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How they say, be more like Jesus. Give, love, support your friends and your family. They really need it when you're down.
Jesus Christ.
You know,
Oh God, hold on.
they, I need to do the same. Yeah, exactly. Because God is good, man. He is. I always think that. See, she's live yet? Oh, not yet. Um, she subscribe. Um, I need to do the same as well. Yeah, same here. I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot to work on, but with you fine people in my life, I could achieve anything. And we'll just wait for Mary to go live, and then we can just head over there. You don't have to, Eli. Eli, you're listening. God shines just the way you treat us. Thank you, Tamara. Some people don't think that. you know. So I'm just saying God's good. So we all got to be good in His image. I know that we're imperfection, but God wants us to be God. We're in His image, but He wants us to be kind to people. You know what I mean? He wants us to love people. That's what I mean. I mean, all all the time, God is good. It is good, Joy. God is good.
Thank you,
You know,
Lucinda.
even though when we struggle in our deepest, darkest hours, God is still in our hearts. God is still in our soul. And all we got to do is get on your knees and pray, and God will listen to your hearts and your prayers. But you got to ask Him with all your heart, and He will answer you.
Sometimes it's like, and then I'm done talking about this.
It's
I feel like we're supposed to talk about paranormal, but I feel like sometimes you think, and there's a song too, and I don't know the words, but it's like, who am I for you to love me so much in my night? The times that I've sinned, and the thoughts that go through my head, and when I'm not at my best, and He still loves me. Like, who am I? Because we can't imagine that, because we're humans, right? And we don't know that kind of love. We don't know. We couldn't even picture that. We can't even imagine even close to his love.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard for people to understand. For me too. I don't understand it. How somebody, give their life up for you. I would for my kids in a heartbeat. No problem.
Yeah.
Y'all know what I'm saying. But
Yeah. I know what you
man, we went all over on this channel today, didn't
mean.
we?
Oh yeah, we did good, man.
We went for
But
it.
see, I like a positive person. Like you're cool. You know what I mean? Like, and it's awesome.
I'm not always positive.
Who isn't? I'm not positive either, but same time it's like, you know,
We have our
um,
days, right?
yeah, we have our days. There's days where I just talk paranormal. Those times where just like, oh my god, I'm so like just like full of life. You know what I mean? Like, but there's times just like I'm not gonna go live. And you know what? I wasn't gonna go live today because I thought, should I go live? But then I thought I need to.
Mhm.
You know, I said like this. I know that when you get on your knees, God's not a magician. He's not gonna make your dreams come true. But believe in yourself and believe in Him. You might not see it right away. You might see it little by little. Okay, hold on.
Well, send them too. Like, I believe in a lot of different parts of a lot of different religions, and I'm very spiritual too. I can say Christian because I believe in Jesus, right? But I might be contradicting myself, but I don't care. Like we all said, it's between me and God, right?
Yeah.
So, but I believe like there's a lot of love in Hinduism, a lot of love in Buddhism, and I think a lot of people believe in God, and it might be the same God. Some people have lots of gods they pray to, but if you look at the Catholic Church, they have angels for everything. Well, so Buddhism has a God for everything. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not for me to say who's right and who's wrong,
Exactly.
but
Yeah. Mary's live.
okay,
I'm gonna send a link, guys. I just wanna. I'll let Carol finish what she has to say, and then I'll finish mine.
I'm
I'll
done.
see you later, guys. Thank you. Thank you for supporting my dreams and my goals, and thank you for listening to me, and thank you for being my friend.
Yeah.
And I got a quote: "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize, in this you will find your strength in Him." Remember, guys, stay strong, stay positive, and stay safe. God bless you.
Bye, guys.